I got you on a liver, though. I got you. And then everybody's mad at me. Oh, gosh. Give me a break.
I'm sorry, you having a hard time at school because they make you sit still and do nothing with your life instead of be a man? Well, maybe it's a you problem, Goy. Here, take this pill. It's gonna stun your growth and make you insane. And we're gonna call it fixing you. And you're gonna be addicted to it.
I forgot about this song.
Thought that you were chosen. We're not impressed. You thought deception was a flex. Guess. Well, now you're up against someone that knows the truth. The smell of a funeral in your home. Your mouth is an open catacomb. Speaking the word gets a little worse. You move through the crowd like a walking corpse. Just stay in the nightmare you know so well. Cause now you get recognized by your smell. And no one is with you anymore. It's time to reward you for all your work. I'm out of control.
Like, if you're a broke boy, just say so.
I'm going to throw you guys down. Again, for the moderation.
Okay, so
Emmett, are you going to connect your live stream?
I'm already live streaming, but I don't do it through StreamYard, remember? I do it through OBS.
Okay. Gotcha. I bet.
We're gonna get it. I literally said I was gonna be muted for just a moment before we started. Good to see everybody here. Good to see Darkseid Deaconess, Hello Nate, Cypher. Oh Lord.
This is the average show.
This is gonna be
It's
fun.
not the Rice Act show. This is my favorite show because it is my show. If this was your show, you'd probably like it more. But maybe that's just because it was your show, but it's not your show. It's the average show. This is the average show. It's not the right sad show. This is my favorite show because it is my show. If this was your show, you'd probably like it more. But maybe that's just because it was your show, but it's not your show. It's the average show.
I typed it on chat. It's typed on chat, literally.
We have a little special announcement for everybody today. We have a debate coming up. So, this is fantastic. Hi, I'm Avarice. And we have a very special debate for you today on the Avarice Show. We have authoritarianism meets anarchy, head-to-head clash in the morality contest. Who will win? We have Emmett and Loodle Miss coming in swinging. It's going to be a doozy. Before we get started, though, there's a special shout out to Maine First.
Farming tree. Traditional values keep us free, but open borders and the resettlement flood bring foreign ways that don't match our blood. Sanctuary
I think it's gonna spur the fuck out. I have a feeling.
First till the very end. No more invasion of values that clash.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So go ahead and check them out, mainfirstproject.org. Very important project, very important to get out there. Also, if you're getting started, right, and you're looking for a place to get, debates going and, become like heavy hitters like the two coming up, specifically, one of my favorites coming up, then be sure to go out and check, Verbal Combat every Friday.
Logic under pressure. Conversations turn to combat. No safe spaces. No echo chambers. Step into the arena or get talked over. Welcome to the Speakeasy Show. Bear in the cave where reason swings swords and the weak get saved. Verbal combat, chaos panels get brave. Swords of reason flame. Truth don't behave. Logic meets pressure, every word's a blade. Chaos and chill after the blood sport raid. Live in the bear cave. Super chats decide. Step in or get talked over. Nowhere to hide. Culture wars, philosophy, politics ignite. Religion, science, society, we debate all night. No scripts, no soft takes, just pressure and light. Opponents walk prepared, Rob walks in blind right. Open panels, call-ins, chat runs the fight. Community matchups, every Friday's the night. Mind tools, wet structured, swords drawn tight. Friday's verbal combat, pure blood spots of light. Welcome to the Speakeasy Show. Bear in the cave, where reason swings swords and the weak get saved. Verbal combat, chaos panels get brave. Swords of reason flame. Truth don't behave. Logic meets pressure, every word's a blade. Chaos and chill after the blood sport raid. Live in the bear cave, super chats decide. Step in or get talked over. Nowhere to hide. No scripted narratives. No safe spaces. No echo chambers. Just the arena. Just the truth under fire. Just speak easy. Welcome to the Speakeasy Show. Bear cave open. Combat starts now. Let's go.
So be sure to do that. Now, my mods, I know out there you want to send out there, but no more until we've reached our $300,000 goal. Will you put my Cash App out there? Be sure, if you are going to send $1, send it to the Give, Send, Go to Andrew Wilson versus Candace Owens debate, or Candace Owens debate. Don't send me any money. No more money coming my way. Send it to where it needs to go until it's done. My link has been removed from the YouTube. So make sure to go ahead and send it to the Give, Send, Go. Last and not least, be sure to go out and when you're done here, go out and check our favorite pixel friend and pixel art designer. One of my favorite employees, and I just couldn't do what I do today without him.
Yeah, you look like a bum today.
Somebody's funeral is going to happen today. Somebody's funeral.
You look like your economic system.
What? What? Are you fucking kidding me? That's your argument!
Imagine that the person has.
Your argument is whatever the guy wants to give!
Yes!
Orthodoxy? This is the prop you're playing to.
Red and blue are the same thing because I say so. When you ask me what is red and blue, I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't know what it is. So that we can, so that she will go through the YouTube system to copyright strike me. Because I know that once I've done this, there's not gonna back. There's no turning back.
Whoa, I messed things up right there. Look at I'm figuring things out. All right, I had to switch that button around. All right, now without further ado, let's welcome Emmett to the stage.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm
Emmett.
muted. Hey,
You're muted on the-
Avarice. No, I was muted on here.
Now, are you ready to meet your opponent? Let's bring to the stage the opponent.
I'm ready.
Yeah, so I wrote this here. Yeah, there we go. The opponent, Little Miss, debates in his channel. You can find him, father of 6, Marine Corps veteran of Ohio, law guy, English literature professor, who you can catch. Who I'm not like always gonna be a fan of the big Lego company, but you get to play Legos with his daughter. So that is a big exception for Avarice. So if you want to catch him with the Legos, with the daughter, and debating mother truckers online, that's what he does. Go ahead to Loodle Miss Debate. Both players' links are to the bottom. Welcome to the stage, Loodle.
Hey yo.
Hello, Ludo.
Hey, all right. So today we are debating the morality of authoritarianism versus anarchy. Let me get the debate prompt open. Oh, right there. Which system provides a better morality, anarchy, or authoritarianism? We're going to start with Emmett with a 5-minute opening. We're going to go back to Loodle Miss with another 5-minute opening.
No,
5-minute
cross then the
examination.
opening, yeah.
Cross then the opening, yeah. And then we're going to open with a 45-minute body to a 4-minute closing. Emmett, when you're ready, I will start the timer. On your go.
Okay, thank you so much to Avarice for accepting to do this debate, to moderate the debate. Thank you to Little for accepting. We are today going to be talking about which system provides better morality, which we have to start with what is good. How do we know what is the good? Unfortunately for Little, she's going to have a problem with that definition, mostly because there's no way that a person who has no structure can come up with an idea of what the good is in and of itself. Within anarchy, which is pretty much in a systemless system, what is there when it comes to the good? If I decide that the good is to go on and eat little cats because that is what I want, what would be wrong with that? Right? Is there anything there that's gonna tell me that that is not good? At the end of the day, these kind of debates will all move towards what is the authority? Who tells you what is the good? Is there such thing as the good within or without, having some kind of system and a standard? And if there is a standard, there has to be a hierarchy. And if there is a hierarchy, there has to be something that cannot be anarchy. So that's going to be the big part of this debate. We're going to have to go on and have a direct definition of what the good is. How do we come to the good? How do we accept that it is the good? Now, if I were to only say that, if I were to only come up with the idea of, well, he doesn't have a standard for good, then I would not necessarily have the debate. I also have to tell you why anarchy gives you a better system, what authoritarianism gives you a better system. And there is some quite system. The one that gets you to what the good is has to come directly from God. And God lives within a structured system. So, what does it tell you? Well, God goes on and puts kings in place. God goes on and gives us a church. In the church, what do we find? We find a structure. How do we find the structure? Oh, well, you don't go on and just read the Bible and interpret it by yourself and tell you in some kind of masturbation that you can just read it and get everything correctly in your own interpretation. Okay? There is an actual church. What does Christ tells us? I give you a church. And what is a church? Well, a church is a structure of people that have the faith. It tells you what you have to believe. It tells you how you ought to believe. And it tells you what you ought to believe. Okay? All of those kind of things, all of those ideas when it comes to the authoritarian side, oh, I'm so authoritarian, can actually get you to what the good and the truth is. Otherwise, you don't have access to it. What you have access is some kind of preference-based idea, right? If I just come to you and I read Romans 9 and I tell you what I believe it is, and all we have is our own interpretation, how am I wrong? How am I wrong to tell you what I believe? Oh, I believe that I could just be the Pope and the King of the world, and I'm going to be the one who's going to be at top of everything. And what is good is what I prefer. And he's going to have trouble with that, okay? Because at the end of the day, if you live in an anarchical system, well, if you're in an anarchical system, how do you say Christ is king? How do you say Christ is God? How do you put yourself before the structure that he has set in place? How do you go on and actually follow the commands of Christ when it tells you to obey the authorities? So, with that, I'm go on and pass on the baton for his cross-examination. I'm really happy to have this debate. I've been waiting for these kinds of debate. So, let's go.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna switch it back to 5-minute cross-examination. I will begin the timer on your voice.
All right. Do you believe humans are created in the image and likeness of God?
What does that mean exactly?
I mean, you tell me. Okay, never mind. Forget that.
No.
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 I mean, you're already abandoning your orthodox precepts here. So let's go forward with that. Okay. So let's just go.
My
That's
orthodox.
fine.
Okay, wait a second.
Do you believe?
Wait a
Do you
second.
believe humans have? No.
If you're gonna say about my orthodox precepts,
Emmett, it's cross-examination.
You can cross-examine
understand.
me later on.
You're gonna
Okay. Don't eat my time, Emmett. Please. You can eat all my time later on.
I just have questions about what is my orthodox
Well,
precepts.
then ask me when it's your time to ask me, brother.
Yeah, wait for the time.
Do humans have free will? Yes or no?
Yes.
Did God create humans to have free will? Yes or no? Did God? Okay, well, let's go back. Let's go more basic. Did God create humans? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Did God create humans with free will? Yes or no? You already said
Yes.
yes. We'll just give the one pass. Okay. So God created humans with free will? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. What and free will entitles humans and requires them to have genuine love, spiritual obedience to their creator if they are to succeed with his divine will. Yes or no?
Humans have to succeed? Is that what you're saying?
I said succeed to God's divine will in order to be with him in paradise later on, in heaven later on. Like
they have to, or they should?
No. Oh my God. No. Okay. Let me make it simple. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If humans are to be aligned with the divine essence of God,
yeah,
they need to align themselves with his will. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so humans' free will has to choose God's will. Yes or no? In order
it
to
doesn't
be
have
aligned
to.
with him. No. I phrased it wrong. In order for humans to be partaking of the divine essence, they must align their free will with the divine plan with God's will.
Yes.
Yes or no? All right. So at that point in time, the human's free will becomes paramount to having their ability to choose God or not choose God. Yes or no?
Paramount? I don't understand what do you mean by paramount?
Okay, the ultimate, the only thing.
The only thing?
Okay, oh my God. Okay, let me just make it simple. I'm sorry. Since humans have free will, and they have free will to choose God or not God, that choice is the most important thing a human can do. Yes or no?
When it comes to the salvation, is that what you mean? Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so would you agree with me that the fundamental thing that Lucifer had a problem with was saying that we should take humans' free will away and we should make them just automatically align with God? And so Lucifer's falling nature was because he wanted humans to align with God without their free will, to take free will away. Yes or no?
No.
Okay, then in 30 seconds, can you give me what Lucifer's fall was about?
Yes, the idea is that there is no need of God.
I'm counting. Keep going.
What? You want me to answer or not? I don't know.
I do. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so the idea of Lucifer is that God is not necessary for the salvation of human. Human can be God. That is the point.
Wait, what?
There is no need for the will of God. Humans have the will, and their will can be God. That's the paramount problem with
Wait,
with
did
Lucifer.
you just tell me humans can will be God?
The lie from Lucifer is that humans with their own will can be God without the will of God, without aligning themselves to God.
And Lucifer's problem was he said we should take free will away and make them obey immediately to God. So free will is a problem.
No, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about the will of God.
Well, okay. Well, you can read some more scripture and figure that out. The point being here, right? Well, no, for real though. All right. So, do you think the divine will respects humans' free will? Yes or no?
Can you repeat the question real quick?
Do you think the divine will and divine plan for creation respects humans' free will? Yes or no?
Respects?
God gave us oh my God. Okay, we've already walked through this. God gave us.
Give him an extra minute, Avaris. I give him my minute from the opening statement.
I was going to already add an additional 30 seconds. Do you want me to go a minute?
Let's go
yeah,
30.
I want the full minute to be his. But go on.
All right. So God gave humans free will. We've already gone through this, right?
Yes.
So God respects humans' free will. Yes.
I don't think so.
But he has to. He gave it to us. So God can subvert humans' free will?
Respect would be like he will accept you. He will accept you even if I will explain to you because I don't understand your question. You're making some presuppositions here.
I'm trying to make it more simple.
Okay, well, go on.
Okay, so God gave us all humans free will. God cannot subvert our free will. Like God can't make me do something I don't want to do, right?
I mean, he can.
Really?
Yes.
So now you're in Lucifer's shoes then.
Well, you're talking about the capacity of God. Can God make us do anything? Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now you're a Muslim now. If
Why am
God
I
is pure
Muslim?
will, God can do that. Because that's what the Muslims believe.
Can God make you do anything?
Oh my God. Okay, go. Okay. All right. I'll give my opening. Okay.
All right. We'll move on to openings.
Let me have some coffee. Let me have a little of lung poison. Okay, we'll go.
All right. I'll start when you start talking.
All right. The fundamental problem with my friend here's position is it's incoherent. He wants you to believe at the same time that God wills all things, and also that God willed free will for men, and that somehow God does not allow men to choose their destiny. This is the fundamental problem with the Garden of Eden issue, right? Is that God gave us free will, and some humans will choose against God's will. That's what free will means. If there was an authoritarian system from the top down where God could say, hey, authoritarianism is good, we'll just make all people do my will. That would negate the fundamental precept of free will. So he's internally contradicting himself from my critique. The next thing is, how would he explain the fact that God allowed for the sin, the fall, the rejection of God? The only way that could happen is if he has some totalitarian God that says, okay, well, I'm going to take away humanity's free will. So to bring it back to where I was hoping we'd get, but we never got, which is fine. We can do the theological thing too, and anarchism will win on that too. Because if you have to choose between authoritarianism or anarchism, and one side supports free will and one side supports no free will, anarchism wins all day, every day, 6, 9, and 5. So let's get to actual real world stuff a little bit. Maybe we can go there later on. Is in a governmentally run country that wants to respect the will of God, as my partner here, my friend here has defined it, right, is that which respects the will of man, which God has given him. And so anything that circumscribes that will, that makes a man not choose free will, not be able to freely choose, is fundamentally against God's will. Because God's will to us is to have our free will, to choose him or not choose him. So if you're authoritarianly pushing down and saying that you must choose X, Y, and Z, while the human is out there being like, maybe I don't want to. Well, that's bad for the human, right? But that's not against God's will. So the whole thing is that, and there are lots of case examples we can talk to about like conscription, military service, et cetera, we can go through, right? But the biggest deal here is that in any society that respects the rule of law, divine law, free will is supreme. And since free will is supreme, because it's our image made in the likeness of God, which grants us free will, the right to choose wrong and the right to choose right, then it's up to us to choose God. And if we don't choose God, that's on us, okay? So the whole issue is that America, if we want to talk about America, or if we're going the whole world, we can talk about that later, is that American constitutional values try to preserve this in the best way possible through a form of anarchism, which we call federalism. We devolve everything in our society to the family unit, the family unit centered to God. And the family unit is the next thing out from that is the parish. And from that, we go to this municipality. From that, we go to the state. So these are all deformed of anarchism, meaning the individual has the right to choose what's best for them. And that's how God created Adam and Eve in the garden. That's how God is. It's all through the Torah, all through Chumash, all through the Genesis, all through everything shows that human beings have the fundamental right to have free will. Authoritarianism, and he hasn't even defined that yet. So maybe we can get that coming out. Maybe he'll cross-examine me about what his definition of authoritarianism. We'll go for that. But
yeah, I'll do.
We have a preference under divine law for voluntary action. We have a preference in divine law for self-reliance. We have a preference in divine law for us to determine our own path through life, to have jobs, to leave jobs, to whatever we want to do as our God-given fundamental right under the divine will of the freedom of conscience and the freedom of will that God has given us. And it's very difficult for me to see how an authoritarian system that would controvert the fundamental premise of our humanity could somehow support that.
Who cares about your humanity?
The next thing we'll talk about, I suppose, is I suppose he might could go into a divine command theory argument that says, well, since God says it must be cool. Okay, let's just do an internal critique real quick on that. I'm gonna frontline that. Is if divine command theory holds, then God gave man free will first, so much so that Adam and Eve sinned against God. So if you're gonna undercut the entire premise of the story you're telling, then that can't hold. So vote of anarchy based on his internal contradictions. I stand open to cross-examination, good sir.
Okay. Okay, let's go. So, you believe that the good comes from liberty?
No.
Do you think that accepting good would be has to be done by free will?
I believe the good comes from God, who gave us free will, and we can choose it or not.
Okay. And this person that has free will and comes from God.
This person, wait. This person, or every person.
I'm not done with my question. But this person, okay, that has free will, that we have agreed that they have free will, can they choose to do evil, right?
Maybe we have a distinction in linguistics here. By this person, you mean every person, or the singular person who I don't know who they are?
We're talking about an individual. So this individual will be able to choose between good and evil, right?
I mean, I would say every individual does. So this person is a subset of every person. So yes, but also don't limit it.
I'm not limiting it. I'm saying that this person that is an ex-human, we can call him every human, they will be able to choose between good and evil, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I said absolutely.
So can this person just decide to make, in his own free will, a full-on government?
Can we pause it for 1 second? Can we just agree as a concession that when he says this person, he means all humans? Yeah. Is that fair? I just want to make sure. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. I'm sorry.
Can any human decide that he is through force become king?
No.
No?
So if I wake up one morning and it's like, I want to be king, I'm by my whole will, I'm king? Hell no.
Yeah, you go on and you do everything in your power. You convince a
Well,
bunch
that's
of
a lot-
people. You go on and
That's
get
a lot
whole-
extra.
you
That's
get-
that's a
wait,
lot extra
wait,
than
I'm
you
not
wake up
done.
tomorrow and saying,
I'm
I want
not
to be
done.
king.
Yeah, tomorrow
Sorry,
I wake
go
up, I say I'm gonna become king. I go to all my friends back me up. We got all the guns. We go on and kill all the people that we have to kill. We institute the Emmet monarchy. Is that in accordance to my free will?
That's a lot more than just saying I'm going to wake up and jerk off and become king.
Did I do anything against my free will in all of this?
No, you actualize your free will, but it's against God's will. That's what I'm talking about.
Why would it be against God's will?
The commandments and such.
The commandments? Is there a commandment that says don't be a king?
There's a commandment that says don't kill people innocently. Duh. The fifth.
They're
if I
not
count right.
innocent. Who the hell told you they were innocent? They were acting against my will.
You just said you went out and killed everybody. You just said you went out and killed everybody.
Everybody that was going against my will. And I believe that free will is the most important thing, which means that it's the good.
You just said you didn't.
You said it yourself. I'm in your system right now.
No,
in
you
your
said,
system,
we're doing it.
in
Okay,
your
we're doing
system,
internal critiques now.
in your system, it is the most important thing, right? So in your system, my free will that I want to become a king is the most important thing. If I go on and do everything that I can to become a king, will that be wrong at all?
So dumb. So dumb.
I'm asking
you.
you.
missed my entire point. You missed my entire point.
I'm sorry.
My
That is,
entire
your point is so dumb. Then it's not my problem. Can you please answer my question? Would that be
point,
bad?
I'm trying to.
Uh-huh.
I'm saying that every individual's choice and every individual's free will is to choose the right or to choose the wrong,
including mine.
And so
right?
all the people. Can I finish? Can I finish?
Including mine in this example, right?
Okay. So if you're the demonic king and you murder innocents in your example, and all the people who are choosing God's will were going to church, right?
Mm-hmm.
You murder them. That's more moral than them choosing their own family and their own local society because you want to be king.
It's moral to me.
I think you just conceded the whole debate.
It's moral to me, right?
That's not the point.
Is it moral to me or not?
It's moral to you under an authoritarian system. It's not
no,
moral
it's
under
moral
an
to me under
system.
the liberty system because I'm acting
not.
according to my free will.
What the fuck is the liberty system? Are you coining currency in your basement?
Am I doing it according to my free will or not?
Oh my God. The point is that everybody has free will, not just you, dude. That's the point.
But I don't care about others. So my free will is more important than
because you're
theirs.
authoritarian.
Perfect.
Because
but is there an intended contradiction in my case because I care about my freedom?
Yes, because your free
yes.
will as an authoritarian exerts it over other people who have the same equal right to free will.
Oh, you want to use your authority then to stop my free will then, right?
Oh, force doctrine. Let's go, Andrew Wilson.
Oh, you want to use exactly. You want to use your authority to stop my free will, right?
I love the guy.
Oh, you're very authoritarian right now. That you want to use your authority to stop my free will to become a king. That's very authoritarian of you. Why don't you just submit in accordance to my free will? Okay, instead of using your fucking authority to stop me for being a king. Why?
He just said that I'm authoritarian for stopping him from coming and murdering my wife, my children, and every innocent people.
Yeah, you would be.
All right. It's time, boys. All right, we're going to move into the body of this section.
Oh, Jesus God.
Oh, Jesus God, indeed.
Again, for everybody out in the audience, if you're looking to debate or get into the debate, go ahead and search out Verbal Combat.
Logic under pressure. Conversations turn to combat. No safe spaces. No echo chambers. Step into the arena.
Oh, he's gonna get destroyed in a second.
Welcome to the Speakeasy Show. Bear in the cave where reason swings swords and the weak get saved. Verbal combat, chaos panels get brave. Swords of reason flame. Truth don't behave. Logic meets pressure, every word's a blade. Chaos and chill after the blood sport raid. Live in the bear cave, super chats decide. Step in, don't get talked to her. Nowhere to hide. Culture wars, philosophy, politics ignite. Religion, science, society, we debate all night. No scripts, no soft takes, just pressure and light. Opponents walk prepared, Rob walks in blind right. Open panels, call-ins, chat runs the fight. Community matchups, every Friday's the night. Mind tools, wet structured, swords drawn tight. Friday's verbal combat, pure blood sparks of light.
What a weirdo.
Bear in the cave, where reason swings swords and the weak get saved. Verbal combat,
It's my freedom. I want to be king. Why don't you allow me?
Pressure, every word's a blade. Chaos and chill after the blood sport raid. Live in the barricade, super checks decide. Step in or get talked over. Nowhere to hide. No scripted narratives. No safe spaces. No echo chambers. Just the arena. Just the truth under fire. Just speak easy. Welcome to the Speakeasy Show. Bear cave open. Combat starts now. Let's go.
And every Friday, right after Verbal Combat, be sure to go check out Terry.
Step right up, spin the wheel, see what's next. Sneaky questions flying fast.
Fucking Jack.
Well, just give you a little reminder, we were talking about the topic of ghosts, right? Is ghosts real and all this kind of stuff? So during the break, I was doing a bit of digging around, right? So it's like, what I'm talking about are like phenomenon like this. So it's just random chick sleeping. One second, let me do full screen. Random chick sleeping.
Welcome to the wheel of man.
Step right up, spin the wheel, see what's next. Sneaky questions flying fast, no one knows what you ask.
All right, let's get back on. 40 minutes start when you guys
I just learned I need to get my graphics game up. That's fucking awesome. I'm still dancing to it, man. That's fucking amazing.
All right, ready?
Yeah. Let
Bye.
me ask you. Sorry, go ahead.
Go
Just
on,
real
ask
quick.
me.
I'm gonna go on and ask you, buddy.
I just want to know why you won't allow me to just be a king. You use your authority all of a sudden into stopping me for using my free will. And I just want to wear my crown, man. I just want to wear my crown, man.
Okay. I'm gonna show it to you in like 2 minutes why your argument is so dumb. So, but you're not dumb. You're smart. Your argument is dumb. You said, well, Lulamis is going to provide you a definition of authoritarianism that's off the kilter. I never provided one. Why don't you do one right now?
What do you don't do what?
You told me in your opening you were never going to provide that I was never going to provide a definition of authoritarianism, and you never provided one. So I'm just giving you
for
the floor.
good.
Provide me your definition of authoritarianism. Let's go.
It's for good. You will never going to provide a definition for good.
So everything
for what
that's good is no. I'm asking you what your definition of authoritarianism is, and you're dodging. So stop it. What is your definition?
If you want the definition for authoritarianism, don't lie about it. Just ask me.
Why would I ask if I didn't want it? I just asked.
Yeah, let me explain this to you. This is how you ask a question without trying to make a lie about it. Okay, you say, "Hey, little, can you please tell me what is authoritarianism?" That is the way. If I will come to you and I tell you, do you remember, fucking idiot, that when you were kissing my boots because you're fucking retarded and you weren't able to tell me what authoritarianism is? Okay, if you want. I'm not saying that you said that. I am saying that. I'm explaining to you. Okay.
Okay, mod. I'm stepping mod.
Got it. All right. Let's bring it down.
But I will go on and tell you what authoritarianism is.
I don't want him to tell me about it. I asked him a direct question. Sorry, go ahead,
Emmett, why don't we answer the question? Can you define your definition of authoritarianism, Emmett?
Yeah, authoritarianism is just the idea that you have a.
Look at ChatGPT. Just define it.
Okay, let him define it.
All right, I was being a dick.
Yeah. Okay. You can go fuck yourself, buddy. Authoritarianism is the idea that you will use some kind of authority to impose certain rules within society. And the imposition of those rules comes from the authority, especially at the top, or in the system that you are within. One of the ways that you can see it is, for example, right now we have a full-on system of justice system, okay, and they have the authority to impose the laws upon the citizens.
Okay, can we define it with? Okay, like you started off really good. You went sideways real quick to talking about the system we currently have. Can you just give me? I mean,
I gave you an example.
Can you just define the whole way? Like, what is authority? Like, if I were to walk through a woods one day and see authoritarianism, they're sitting in a box, what would it look like to me?
It wouldn't look like anything because it's
oh my god, I'm trying to get
it's not a physical thing, dude.
Okay, if I open a book one day,
why you be dumb? I all of a sudden,
I'm
like,
trying
are you
trying
to
to pretend? I'm trying
what's
to make it
wrong
easy
with
for
you?
Because okay,
Uh-huh.
if I were to open a book, I'm trying to make examples that are.
I already explained it to you without. I gave you a definition and then gave you an example.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't. You said the system today is
what part of
because
can you steal my definition? Can you do that?
No, because you haven't given one.
You can't.
I would love to. Okay, what he just let me steal, man. What you said. What you said is authoritarianism is using authority to do things, and the system today is authoritarianism. That's not
authoritarianism
helpful.
is someone is at the top using his will to impose certain rules to the body of the people. And I gave you an example. For example, right now, we have a judicial system in which they can impose upon the citizens the laws that are written.
Okay, that's awesome then. So the president, who has the executive authority, is not authoritarian. The courts are.
No, he's the executive. What he does do is executing, right? So he takes the people and he puts them through the legal system. So he can go on and execute the laws to put you through the legal system in which they're going to decide whether or not you are actually guilty of a crime.
No. Let me break this down.
Am I wrong about that?
Because you're wrong about like three things at once.
Okay, explain the first one.
The first one is in your initial statement of authoritarianism. You said the Supreme Court, who decides the laws, are the ones who are authoritarian. Yes or no?
No.
Play it back, people. Play it back. He said that.
I never mentioned the Supreme Court.
Supreme Judicial Court. That's what you said.
Supreme Judicial Court? I said to the justice system.
Who's in charge of the justice system? Let's make it. Sorry, maybe I assumed something. I'm sorry.
You're fucking retarded, dude. What's wrong with you? I've never said that.
Who is in charge of the justice system?
The justice system doesn't have someone in charge. Okay.
Answer the question.
They go
who
in
is in
accordance
charge?
to the laws, and the interpretation goes to the Supreme Court as the last body of authority.
You're just dodgy. You're dodgy, and you're ruining your cause's point here.
Dude,
who is in charge of the justice system? Yes, and that's not yes or no. I can't even pin you down. Who is in charge of the justice system? Answer me.
There's no such thing as something in charge. What they do is they interpret.
Why did you say that?
Listen to the question. They interpret law. Listen to the answer. They interpret the law. Okay, and the final person who has.
Who is they?
The judges, and the final person
who are the judges?
There's
Which
different judges. Every single judge interprets the law. When you go up the chain of command, the last ones who will give you a final interpretation would be the Supreme Court.
Ones? Oh, so when I said Supreme Court and you called me a retard, that was
you're retarded
wrong.
because that's not the justice system, right?
Wait, the Supreme Court isn't the justice system? That's
just the Supreme Court educated in every single case?
No, they go up the chain. Oh my God, you are so
every single case go up the chain?
No, only ones that are appealed. That's why I asked you, what do you mean by the justice system?
Every single case that gets appealed go to the Supreme Court?
Okay, no, stop.
I'm going to keep on asking you because you're making assumptions. Every single case that is appealed goes to the Supreme Court?
I am quoting you back to yourself.
Every single case that gets appealed go to the Supreme Court? Yes or no?
No, only the ones that set precedent.
Exactly. Okay, so who's making the interpretation if they don't go all the way to the Supreme Court?
The lower level judges.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
So if that doesn't prove anything.
It proves that I gave you a definition that is consistent.
Whoa. No, it's not. You've been completely inconsistent this whole time. Oh my God. Okay.
Did ChatGPT tell you that I was being inconsistent?
No, I'm not. I've been looking at your face this whole time.
You're looking at my face this whole time.
To my detriment, I've been looking at your face this whole time. But I'm sure. I love you, buddy.
Sure.
I wouldn't cook you out better. I wouldn't cook you out better.
All love in the world.
Oh, yeah. Well, I live in this world, which is not the next world, which is what I thought we were talking about. But let's talk about judicial stuff. So I asked you for a definition of what authoritarianism is.
Yes.
And you said authoritarianism lies in those people who make the laws of the land. And then through some circuitous fucking route, you got to the point that all the judges in the land make the law. And so the executive branch is now like not relevant. Like make that make sense. You've like contradicted each other 3 times. So let me break it down. So who makes the laws in the land? Let's just who makes the laws in the land of America? Let's go with
Be
that.
the legislative.
Amen. Who enforces the laws in the land?
Enforcement comes from the executive.
Exactly. Who interprets whether or not that enforcement and the laws are constitutional?
Well, they would
Click,
interpret
judicial,
if they're enforced correctly, and it would be the judicial system.
Okay, cool. So then, why did you say at your opening that your definition of the opening
Are they
of this,
using
not
their
the whole
authority
debate,
to put the person or the individual through the system?
is who?
For example, would the
Who is they?
executive
Who is they?
would the executive use his authority to execute the law upon a citizen?
What?
Yeah, let's say that a citizen commits what they believe to be a crime, and they go on with the police and get the guy and put him in jail. Are they using authority to do that?
State or federal?
Are they
It
using
matters. It
authority to
actually
do that
matters.
or not?
Who is they? Your pronoun use is very confusing.
the people that are executing so that they can get you, so that they can put you in the
Who
judicial
are the
system.
people? Who are the people?
Well,
You
usually
keep-
it's police, but it can also be. Well, usually it's the police, but it
Who
can
are
also
the-
be
Oh
that
my
the
God.
military, if need be.
Okay, but that's not the point.
Are they using authority
really,
or not?
We really need to pin you down to definitions. Like you're so all over the place.
You are so all over the place. You cannot even understand my argument. You said bullshit
Because
shit
you're
that
all
has
over the
nothing to
place.
do with
Because
me.
you're- Okay, so
What was my
Right.
definition again? Just to be sure that you understand the definition of authoritarian.
why don't you give it to me again? I'll just and I'll still
Oh, so
man.
you
after
don't
do it.
know, but you're supposed to
I
be
do
telling me
know.
what is my definition. Well, tell me my definition then.
You didn't give me one, so I can't steal man it yet.
Oh,
That's my
I
whole
didn't
point.
give you one, sure. So I didn't actually give you one, except we've been talking about my definition for the past 10 minutes.
Do you want mine?
Let's see yours. Let's see if I can agree with yours. Because apparently you can't.
Well, because you're okay. Anyway,
Because you're retarded.
that's
Yes,
not
I agree that you're retarded.
I've conceded. Okay, hey moderator, I've conceded that I'm retarded. Now he's gonna lose to retard. Let's go from there.
Let's go.
All right. So authoritarian, relating to a favored, bind, or submission to authority under any circumstance. Agree or
Can you
disagree?
use authority in authoritarian definition?
Yes, you can.
Oh God!
They're
So
not the
you
same
can
word.
you can literally just
Are we
you
like-
can,
are we-
you can quite
are we-
literally be circular in your definition. Perfect. You have
Wait,
any
great.
other definition?
Okay, no. This is actually great.
Amen.
Because you can no longer use the word
Amen.
authority in any of your
I
constructs about
didn't
this
use
from now
it.
on.
I didn't use
You have.
authority.
You've used like 90 million times.
Authoritarianism is the use of force or will upon
okay,
a
okay,
body
Andrew
of
Wilson, nice to
people
meet you.
by the it's
By-
it's
by
a
the-
structure
oh,
that
the-
uses his will upon
authority,
people to impose rules. That was my
You just
definition.
what? No, that was not your definition. Play it back. That's fucking okay.
That-
Give me your new
okay.
definition. Since you can't use authority anymore, give me.
Yeah,
your new
well, you
definition.
can't use authority on your own definition. That is simple.
I don't
Can
want
you
to.
go
I'm
on?
an anarchist.
Exactly. So I can do whatever I want then, right?
No, that's not anarchy.
Why not?
I gave you my definition before. Were you not listening?
Why wouldn't... I mean, I told you, if I want you under anarchy to be a king, why would it be wrong?
Because every other person who has free rights and free will.
I don't care about any other
Would be-
person. I care about me.
Can I?
Should
That's good.
I
good
care
for you.
about other people?
Okay. You can be okay. Well,
Ought I
let's
care
make a
about other people?
Let's make a hypothetical. where
I'm
you
going to
can
ask you again
authoritarian.
until you answer that question.
Can I-
Ought
can
I
I-
care about other people?
No, you ought not. That's
Perfect.
not the point.
Then doesn't matter.
Okay.
I don't care about other people. I
No,
care
it
about
does
me.
matter. It does matter. It does matter because all the other people you're trying to tramp over, you already fucked this up for yourself. You're
Yeah,
already
perfect.
screwed.
I don't care about them. What's wrong
Okay,
with
can
that?
I fuck? I'm going to explain it to you very
I'm
slowly.
gonna use the lack of system to create my system because that's what I want.
No,
because
you're
that's what
not.
I want.
You're not. You're
Why
not.
not?
Because all the other people who have their individual autonomy,
So what?
by their God-given. Let me finish. You need to let me go here, and then I'll give you 2
So
minutes to go.
what? What has that to do with
Okay,
me?
no, Mod, can we have some?
Can you
semblance
tell
of,
me
like,
what? Will you tell me what other people have to do with me and my will and desires?
I'm trying to tell him.
Are
I'm
you-
literally trying to tell him.
Are you wanting to go to timers? I don't.
No, I'm saying, like, he's asked me a question. I try to answer, and he cuts me off. Can I just?
Okay,
answer?
What question do you want to answer?
What are other people's agencies going to do with authority? Because he has authority over himself.
And your
So
answer?
My answer is because all the other people interact with authority in the same way as you do. Because all the other people have the same God-given rights under the fact that God gave every human free will. And if the other people don't like your free will, they will interact with you in a negative way. And that is the basic of humanity, the basic of human rights, and the basic of anarchy, meaning that every human has to consent to the system. So
right,
you
I
are
think we cleared
forcing
that
a
up.
non-sensual system upon everybody else.
Did you
And
consent to being born?
Can he answer? That's non-responsive.
You didn't ask me a question. Okay, I'm just answering to
I didn't
your
ask you a question.
statements.
I was answering your question.
Yeah, I know. Did you consent to being born?
But you're shifting. You're shifting.
Did you
I asked you a
consent
question.
to
I
being
gave you a
born?
response, and now, oh my god. You asked me a question. I was finally able to give you a response, and now you shifted the topics. Let's go back to the same topic. I'm happy to answer this a little bit later on. Let's go back to the topic I just killed you on, and you're now shifting from.
So you didn't consent to being born?
No, of course nobody does, but that's not relevant.
Oh, so
I'm answering you in
God
good
is
faith. No,
infringing
stop.
upon my
Stop,
free
stop.
will?
No.
What?
My God, no.
But I didn't
That's retarded.
consent to being born.
That makes no sense. Okay, can we?
Exactly.
I'm asking
What?
you, Emmett. I'm asking you to go back to the argument you just lost.
I didn't lost anything. You literally have
then
been
explain-
trying to move
well, then
around,
explain
trying
to me how you didn't.
You're still trying to tell me why do I care about other people? Okay,
You don't have
then,
to. That's
and
why
then you
anarchism
bring
is
up
better.
Wait,
You don't have to. You
wait.
can run off the sword and try to kill
perfect.
people, and you'll get killed.
So I can, or not. Maybe
Yeah, you can.
or
That's
I
it,
win
no.
and I become king. And then everybody's
Good for
happy,
you.
right? Because I become king and I impose my fucking will on them. And they're gonna be happy because kings are great anyway, right?
Well, that's like 4 non sequiturs in a row. And
Because that's what I've said. Well, what
Okay,
has that to do with non sequiturs?
Oh my God.
It's my
Because
will
it is
under
one.
your
Okay,
system,
hold
and
on.
I'm saying that it's
Okay,
gonna be
hold on.
great.
Hold on. Okay, so what question are you trying to ask, Boodle?
I'm trying to ask him why, when my response was, when he said, I'm a king, I'm going to run through your village. And I responded saying, because the people in that village are exercising their God-given free will to rise up against you, why is that not a rebut to authoritarianism? And he's like, were you born?
Why? Okay, so why is that not rebut against authoritarianism? So you're pretty much stating that people rebelling against what you would consider tyrannical government.
No, he's misframing my words. My words were people exercising their free will. Use my words right, or I
Okay.
will cut you off. Use
Perfect.
them right.
People exercising their free will to rise against me because I'm authoritarian. So me
He
using my
added
free
rise
will.
against. That was not part of it.
What is it? What are they doing?
Who? The
The
people you're
people
trying to
rising.
massacre? The people you just admitted you want to massacre are defending themselves by their God-given natural human right to self-defense.
Oh God. So these people that are using their,
Every
natural.
person in
They're
this
using
world,
these people that are using their natural human rights that I'm gonna trample all over because it's my natural human right to be free and do whatever I want anyway in accordance to your system. If I do it, what's
You don't
wrong
know
with
my
it?
system. You've never asked me the definition of my system. You've never asked me that once, dude.
Do I have free will in your system?
Yes, and so
It's
does
a
every
human
other
right
human.
to have free will.
No, it's okay.
Oh,
This is why you're. This,
my
no,
human
this
right
is
of free will. I'm exercising
No.
it, and this guy
This
is
is
so
where-
mad at me for exercising my free will
this is,
now.
I'm not mad at you. This
Oh
is
my
where. This is
God.
where. No. This is where
Oh
the internal
no.
critique I already made on you fucking hits home. Is
Uh-huh.
because your free will that you've just granted, right, is granted by God, and it's granted to every other human. And so you've just negated your entirety of your opening, the entirety of your first cross-examination. You've already
It's
admitted
my
that God gives
free
everybody-
will to become a king.
So you've already contradicted yourself.
Isn't it my free will to become a king?
You have already contradicted your opening and your first cross-ex.
I haven't contradicted
Try to bring it
anything.
back.
I'm gonna ask you again because
The
you
audience
cannot
can
answer
see
that
it.
question. Is it my free will? Is it in my free will to become a king?
If it is your free will to disobey God's law and disalign with His and become a king. Yes.
No, but in his, you pretty
I
much
just
said
answered you, yes.
you pretty much
Get wrong
said
with it.
and stated that every human being has free will and their free will has to be respected because that is in accordance to God.
my God.
So if
Oh my
my
God.
free
Okay,
will is to
okay.
become a king, it has to be respected in accordance to
No,
God.
it doesn't. It
Why
doesn't.
not?
Because every other human has equal free will. Are you deaf?
And in their free will, they're deciding that they want to be my subjects. And
Nobody
the ones that
said that.
don't are pretty much having a little bit of a
He's
problem, right?
presuppo-
Because
he's presupposing
God
a premise
decided
that's
that He
never
was
gonna
going to give
happen.
me the power to stop them
Nobody
from
said
rising
that.
up.
No, God didn't say that. Okay.
Oh,
boom,
you're telling
boom.
me that the principalities of the earth are not set up by God?
Eternal critique hits.
Are you
God
telling
gave
me
him- God-
that
no,
the
no, no, no,
principalities
no,
of
stop.
the earth are not set up by God?
Oh my God. God gave every human equal free will. And you just said that God, in your hypothetical, gave you extra free will to subjugate everyone. No.
Are you
every
telling
human has
me
equal free
it's
will.
not extra?
I'm telling you, you're a liar and you're contradicting yourself. That's what I'm telling
I'm not. It's not extra. It's the same. I'm just exercising my free will in accordance to what I want. Other people have other wants. There's people who want to go and explore the world.
Oh my God.
I want to
he's shifting
become
again.
king.
He's shifting again. Is anybody listening to him? Is anybody actually listening to his words? I
Is
hope so.
everybody but you, dude.
You just said
Mm-hmm.
that God gave you the will to take everyone others free will away.
The
God would not
authority.
do that under your conception of God.
No, God give me the
Oh,
authority.
you can't use authority. I thought we were not using authority ever again.
In your definition, this is not a definition. In my
In your
argument, I can use
definition.
it.
Oh, you.
In my
Wait,
definition, I
no.
didn't use it, but
No,
in my
no,
argument,
no,
I can.
No. You just
I
said 3
defined
minutes-
it. Okay, I don't know if you understand this, okay? I define the word
think
and
I
then
would
I
like
can
to.
use my word in my argument. Otherwise,
but
it
I
doesn't
can't.
work.
But you already agree with me.
No,
will
you
never
cannot use
that
it in
word
your
again.
definition. You were defining the word, and you said authority is to use authoritarianism
No,
is to
I
use
said
authority. That is a circular.
No, that's not. No.
That is
no.
a circular
Stop.
definition.
What I said was,
okay?
shut up.
A
Listen.
woman is a
What
woman.
What I said was,
Mm-hmm.
authoritarianism is relating to or binding to submission to an authority.
Yeah, exactly. Are you using
That makes-
are you using
Oh my God.
are you literally using the word in the definition, you dumb
That's what your problem. But you
you
don't
dumb
understand English.
cunt.
Oh my God. Okay. So, but let's go back to what we're actually talking
Blue
about.
is the
by
color
your-
blue.
We're not
Red
going
is the
there.
color
That's
red.
stupid.
Stupid is what stupid does.
So binding, the fact that binding does a lot of work in that definition, doesn't matter to you? That you can bind one to your authority, which is your whole premise for how you can subjugate people?
I can use my free will
Like,
to
that doesn't
subjugate people
matter?
to my authority. What's wrong with that? What's
And
the contradiction there?
and all the yeah, you can. And all the
Perfect.
people
Then
can
there's
use
no
their-
problem there.
There is a huge problem there because all the free people can rise against you. If
Not
they
in
want
your
to.
system. In your system is
Yes,
perfectly
what?
understandable because I'm using my free
No,
will.
it's not at all. No. Oh my God, no.
Oh,
What?
I'm not using my free will to become a king. That's what I
Yes,
want.
and so are everyone else who rises against you.
And if they die, they die, right?
Oh my God,
They
if
didn't use their authority correctly.
Okay.
That's
Your
simple.
authoritarian
God gave
your
me.
authority- oh my
God
God, your
blessed me to
authoritarian
use the authority so that they
No,
could
and-
get
and so-
fucked.
No,
That's it.
because you've now
Let him
used
open up.
you've now used a targ argument to
The targ?
transcendental will of God.
I didn't
argument.
use any tag
You
argument.
just
What is
did.
the tag?
You just said.
I'm
whatever it
going to strangle you with the tag argument if you think I used it. What is the tag argument?
You just said divine
no,
will gave you the
make
power
it.
to do.
Make the tag.
You just said divine. God, can I talk?
I want you to use
You
tag.
just said divine will gave you the power to subjugate these people.
Yeah, because you
I'm
told
saying-
me. Because
No,
you
I
told
did
me.
not.
You told me. You told me that God gave me free will.
But free will is not divine will. That's where you fucking.
I never said that it was divine will. I said that it's given by God. So
You just
I
said it
used
was divine
my
will.
God-given
So,
free
okay.
will to use
So,
it
no,
against
no, no,
people,
no,
to put it
no,
under
no,
my
no,
authority,
no,
and
no,
then
no,
God
no,
bless
no,
me
no,
so
no,
that
no,
I
no, no,
can
no, no,
have them
no,
under
no,
my
no, no.
authority.
No,
And all
Ollie,
of that is
see how
doing,
he stop,
and
no,
all of
stop,
this is
stop.
being done under
See
God.
how he just added in. See how he just added in. I was blessed to his previous statement that
Yeah,
God
it just
gave you the
blessed me.
divine privilege to.
Yeah.
But you added that in after you realized you fucked up.
No, I didn't fucked up. Did you think God wouldn't bless me?
That's blessing just entered into the conversation for the first time right now.
Okay,
you said
fine.
previously,
Let me
God
ask you a different
gave you
question.
His divine will.
Yeah, exactly. Like he gave his divine will to
Okay,
David.
well, exactly. Then you already bite your internal contradiction. The debate's over.
Exactly like he gave his divine, he blessed David so that he could become king. God's gonna bless me so that I can become king.
Non-responsive.
Why not? Oh,
Non-responsive.
so bless only can bless David, not me. In accordance to you, why?
But you said God gave you his divine will. That's not the same as a blessing. So stop.
No, I never said that. I said,
oh my God,
once again, God gave me free will. And using that free will, I went on and put my authority over everybody. Why won't you just allow me to answer your... You see how I shut up when you ask me? Why wouldn't you allow me to answer you? He gave me free will, and I used my free will to put my authority over everybody else because I became a king. And the people who wanted to race against me, they got fucked over because God wanted so, because he blessed me. Just like he blessed King David.
So now that he's done, I gotta go, right? Let's call it ad hoc ergo propter hoc fallacy. Because I have free will and I used it to subjugate everybody.
Yeah.
So that's assuming part of the thing that would never actually happen because of my premise of anarchy. And because I subjugated everybody, therefore, God must have blessed me, just like he blessed King David. So we have three logical fallacies running in tandem here. The first one is, because I have free will, I get to do whatever I want. The whole issue is, my argument is that everybody else who has free will stand up against them and exert their free will against him.
No,
and he assumes for his point of argument that everyone will be steamrolled by him. And then he assumes after that God will somehow bless that somehow grants him the authority to make it good. Ergo hoc, therefore, ergo hoc propter hoc, therefore, because it happened, it's good. So it's like this guy is a logical fallacy
Who the fuck
machine.
said it was good? It has nothing to do with good.
You just
right
said
now.
that 3 times. You said
no.
because I was blessed the way David was blessed.
I was
it's
blessed.
good. That's what you just said.
He blessed me. He blessed me so I can subjugate these people. That was a blessing. What was the problem with that? On your system, what is the problem with God blessing me so I can put my authority over them?
Have I adequately defined your system at this point? Can you adequately define mine?
Your definition of your system is that everybody has free will and they will use their free will to stop me from becoming a king, right?
No.
No?
My definition.
Okay,
where does the free will come from?
Give me a historical example of your system? I can give you one historical example of mine. For example, no, wait. My historical example would be King David. What is your historical example of your system?
Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve.
All the book of Genesis.
So the first 2 humans is your example.
And the next 3,000.
The next 3,000?
Adam and Eve, Noah, Sodom and Lot. People choose against God
so
by their free will all the time.
So
like,
the people that got flooded.
What don't you get?
Is your example.
What don't you get about that?
Yeah, the people that got flooded is your example.
I gave you my example. Combat it instead of going at me with more questions. Combat my example.
Just want to be sure that you'd give me your example.
Sure.
Yeah, the example you're giving me is the people that got flooded.
The whole book of Genesis. The whole book of Genesis. My example that people have free will is the whole book of Genesis. Go at me, bro.
The whole book of Genesis. Okay, so when
people have free will, yes, and they can choose good or bad.
When people are called to listen to Noah, for example, is he exerting his authority over people?
What happened? No, you're twisting the argument.
No?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, I'm asking questions, dude. I don't even know what you mean.
Can you define consent for me?
No, I don't know what consent is. What is consent?
Can you define it for me?
I don't know what it is. I really don't.
Well, then his argument fails on the internal critique already. He's already conceded the debate for the 3rd time.
It's not part of my system. My system is not based on consent.
It has nothing to do with consent.
My system is based on virtue. So when people tell me about consent, I don't even know what they mean. How exactly do you know consent? For example, when you are having
Define to
sexual
me.
intercourse with
No,
a
no,
woman.
no, no, no,
Do you-
no, no. We're
do-
not.
It's
I'm not
like,
going down
is
this
there
road
some
with you.
kind of implied consent?
I'm not
What is
going down this road.
consent? Can you tell me what consent
Define-
is?
You need to tell me because I asked you first.
Yeah, I told you. I don't know. I don't know what you mean by
Well,
consent.
then he loses on principle.
I
He's
lose on
conceded for the fifth
principle.
time. Okay, how does free will interact with consent if you can't define consent, brah?
I believe in authority.
So no consent. That's
No,
why. That's
I don't
why
give a fuck
anarchism
about
wins.
consent. How
Because
many times do I have to tell
exactly.
you?
Well,
It means nothing
there
to
we go.
me. What is
So
it?
his whole system overrides freedom of will. His whole system overrides everything that his religion believes. His whole system overrides the entire basis
In
of
my
humanity.
system, you have the will to do what is good or not do it. Okay?
On the
But
base of what?
The actions of what you're going to be doing are still dictated by God.
Answer my question. Go back. He's shifting
Lord.
again. Go
do
back.
Do you have consent? Do you consent of being born?
Define consent. If you're
I
asking me about
don't
consent,
know.
you have
Can
to
you
have a
tell me what
definition.
consent is?
Well, you're asking me. Okay. Here's the lie to it. Here's what he's doing.
You want me to use the
Is
oh yeah
that-
baby argument so I know how exactly does it go when it comes to the.
He just asked me what about consent with an intimate partner would be. He could not ask that without knowing a definition of consent. So he's
I
being a
don't
bad
know.
faith actor and disingenuous.
No, I just don't know what it is. I
Then
don't
why
know
would
what
you
you guys
ask me
mean by
about-
consent.
You just asked me what my consent would be
Is
with a
it-
partner, intimate partner. So
Okay.
if you don't know what that means, you could not ask that
I'm gonna
question.
ask you a
don't know
question
the
because
language.
apparently I don't know how to explain. I don't know what it means because people tell me different things about consent. For example,
I don't care what people say.
when
What is your
I am
position?
having relationship
asking,
with
no,
a
stop,
woman
stop,
and
stop,
I'm
stop,
humping
stop.
her
What
and she
is your-
changes her
what is-
mind about whether or not she wants to have it with me at that moment, am I graping or not?
That's a fucking horrible story, and that doesn't matter because I don't know what your
Oh,
definition
it doesn't
is.
matter.
What is your definition of consent? You just told me how somebody might have a different one. But if you have a different one, that means you must have one. So what is it?
I don't
You're
know
gonna die
what
on
it
this
is.
hill,
Can you
brother, aren't
can you
you?
please define consent? It's on your system. I don't know what is in your system.
You
My
just
system,
put
I don't
your
care
system
about
in-
consent. It's not.
Well, then
it's
why
not
do you give me the
important.
example of you doing the dirty
In my
things to the
system, you don't
woman?
you don't need to consent to the system you are under. In fact, you need to submit to the system you're under, and you need to do what is right in accordance to the system you're under, as you
is
are
anybody
called
hearing
in
this
several
guy?
passages of the Bible. So,
Is
can you
anybody
please
hearing
tell
this
me
guy
what
right
is
now?
consent?
No, you need to tell me first because I asked first. That's how debate rules
no,
go.
no. You're gonna tell me my system. Oh my god, you're gonna tell me my system.
If you don't have a definition, your system is not a system.
Can you tell me my system for me, bro?
Make me a system without defining the basic principles. Go.
Make me a system without defining basic principles?
Go. Hit it.
I don't know what you're talking
Go.
about.
I know, because you're fucking wrong.
What is wrong with you?
Because you're trying to derive a systematic principle
Uh-huh.
without knowing a basic fucking definition because you're unwilling to admit it because it proves you're wrong. That's my argument.
I
What's
already
your
told
definition
you
of
in my
consent?
system of
No, you have not. You told me a bunch
authoritarianism.
of bullshit.
In my system
No,
of
no, no.
authoritarianism.
He's shifting again. He's shifting again. We can't.
Let me
let you
explain
live
this to you because you apparently don't even know your system. In my system of authoritarianism,
I know my system. You don't know yours.
In
dude.
my system of authoritarianism, you're under an authority. That authority doesn't need your consent to be under. It is part of the course of being
What does
under the
consent
authority.
mean? Okay, you just use consent in your definition. What does consent mean?
No, I was explaining to you why it doesn't matter in my
No.
definition.
You just use consent in your definition. What does consent in your definition mean?
I
You said
didn't
you
use it
use
on my
authority
definition.
without consent.
You are
So what does
under
it mean?
that. You're under that. Consent or not is
What
not
is that?
important. I don't know. What is
Define
it?
that then. Okay, you just told me that authoritarianism, you can exert your will without
You are
consent.
under an
What
authority
does
whether you
consent
want it or
mean?
not.
What does consent mean?
But that you want it.
What does consent mean?
That you want it.
Want what?
Whatever. Consent is wanting it.
Wanting what? Can I want a bagel
It's
and
to
not
want.
want egg on it?
Consent
Can
is to
I
want.
consent to a bagel and not consent to an egg?
I don't know. Can you?
I'm asking you.
I don't know. If you want,
Sorry,
if you want a bagel and you don't want the egg, maybe. But what if you are in the middle of eating your bagel and you were tasting the egg, and at the moment you're tasting the egg, you decide that you don't want the egg anymore? Is that against your consent?
This guy has a great ability to make up freaking examples. Okay, let me make it more simple.
Can you answer my question?
If I consent, no, because it's a stupid example. Because it doesn't prove the point.
What is the point?
Can
you give me a point?
I'm doing one.
Can you please define consent before you give me the?
No, I can't because you can't.
Oh,
it's your point. It's your.
I told you already. I already defined it for you. It's to want.
So now I'm doing another eternal critique, which apparently you don't know what that is.
Oh, it's another eternal critique. Okay, can you go on and please give me the fucking point of what consent is? Oh no.
Because now I'm in your own morality system and your own authoritarian
system. What is my moral system? Can you explain that?
The one you just laid out to me. That's why I'm taking in good faith. That authoritarianism allows the person to act without consent. And you said consent is to have what somebody wants. So now I'm asking you a question.
Does it tell you what is the good?
Can I actually answer
no, because that's not my moral system. I gave you my moral system. My moral
system. What is your moral system? That was I'm quoting
would be to act in accordance to God. So it's a virtue ethic system. Oh my God!
Now we're 3 hours back now. Jesus Christ.
We are in the virtue ethical system. So you ought to do in accordance to what God desires.
Now we're in the chat.
Not in accordance to your desire.
No, we're not. You just said that your authoritarian system is you can act in authority regardless of people's consent. I asked what consent is.
My system of authoritarianism do not require your consent.
I'm trying to steelman your argument. Can you let me steelman your argument?
If you want it or not, it doesn't matter in my system. You're still under the authority of the system you are under.
That's the point I'm trying to get to. You won't let me get to. That doesn't help.
I thought you were going to speak. If not, I'm gonna continue.
Oh, you let me say, okay, cool. I didn't know. Every time I start speaking,
I'm gonna go ahead and continue. Holy fuck! Literally gave him the fucking floor, and he just starts spurting the moment I start talking.
Emmett, one. All right, let's go back to standard here. All right, go.
Who is the standard? Who goes first?
Emmett.
I mean, you just said you can go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so in my system, when I'm talking about this authoritarianism, okay, is the fact that you can be living under an authority. In this case, it would be the authority of God. If you want to talk about ethics, under the authority of God, and you would be doing, in order to do what is good, you would be following His will. So you ought to do the will of God. That's how you get to the good in my system. It doesn't have to do whether you want it or not. It doesn't have to do with your free will. It's just what is doing what is good, or doing the good has to do with you doing the will of God.
Perfect. I get a chance to respond now? And he won't cut me off, right? Well, he's gone now. So, okay. So the point being is that if we have a system where God gives us free will, and we have the ability to choose right or wrong, we have the ability to choose whatever we want, whether it's aligned with God's will or not, then the system that he's talking about internally contradicts the system he's saying. Because God would not will somebody else to exert our authority over us and us to take it without our consent. Free will is part of consent. We can exercise our free will to consent or not consent. Do I want eggs? Do I want bacon? Do I not want it? So listen to his own words and hear what he's saying. Because he's saying that God wills authoritarianism systems to exist. They don't. The most devolved form, the basic like freaking petri dish form of anarchy is free will. And when you have free will, you can choose to consent or not consent. What you do after that is also your free will. If you want to rebel or you want to consent, that's fine. But the whole point where his system falls apart is when he gets rid of consent, because he says, I'm going to make you consent, which is not consent by definition. So throw that out. That's the fifth reason he's lost this round. The next one is because he's now deriving post hoc, ergo propter hoc, the fact that because he dominates everybody in his authoritarian system, I'm the same argument. It's not galloping.
How many points are you going to make about the same argument, supposedly?
It's the same argument. It's the same argument. I'm restating it.
So, did God will David
but
to
you
be king?
Okay, wait. Can I finish it real quick?
Statement.
No, real quick. Okay.
Statement out.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, finish your statement out, Loodle.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. So the whole point being that because God anointed David, or because when he became an authoritarian, after the fact, God blessed it because it was good, does not negate the fundamental premise of free will, which is why he's been biting this internal contradiction all day long and has to bite it to make his system work. I'm done now with this statement.
So, did God will King David to be king?
Yes.
So God contradicts himself because he put on an authority on the earth?
Make that make sense to me. I want to understand you. I'm trying to act in good faith. Make that make sense to me. That question is a non sequitur.
What do you mean it's not a good... what the fuck do you mean? Okay.
I mean, you just asked.
Little,
I'm trying to make sense.
I'm done being nice to you, fucking tard. You said that God will not will authorities in the world because he's respecting our free will. If
I never said that. I never said
you.
that.
Let me finish, you sucking bag of dick.
Stop
Put
putting
a
words
dick in your mouth so you can stop talking. Okay? Put your fucking dick on your mouth.
in my mouth. Then.
So a dick.
I'd rather put a dick in my mouth than your words.
Suck it. Okay? Suck my dick. You stop it. So, did God
if
will
you put words
King
in my mouth,
David?
I'm gonna correct you.
Yes, if God will King David and he has authority, then that means that God is putting some kind of authority over the free will of people. And in your fucking system, all you care about is the fucking will of the people. Okay, you just care about the will of the people. Okay, the people. So you are actually contradicting yourself. You're saying, well, God would not put any kind of will or authority over you. At the same time, God did it when he put King David in the fucking throne. What is wrong with you? Quite literally a fucking contradiction you're in, and you're pretending that you're not understanding that. What it has to do with anything? Yeah, shut the fuck up, dude. Literally, literally zero IQ for some fucking reason.
I think what's wrong with me is I actually listened to him. He asked me the question, did God bless King David? I said yes. And then he went on this whole spur grade. So yes, God blessed King David.
Yeah, how?
You didn't ask me that.
How did he got blessed?
Because God blessed him? This is so dumb.
Because God blessed him. He got blessed because God blessed him. We're going back to circular fucking definitions.
What is your actual question?
Yes. My question is a question, Lulu. My question is just a question. My question is a question. Didn't you know the question is a question?
What is your question?
A question.
Which is?
The question.
I think.
Is it fucking circular? You fucking rule. I don't. Okay, fine. I'm being absolutely pedantic. I agree. I agree that I'm being absolutely pedantic. But can you please agree that his fucking definition is fucking circular?
Okay, I got it. I got it. But let's try to move. Let's try to move forward with this argument, and go ahead and ask a question that can be responded to, Emmett, please.
How did King David get blessed?
By God. Not by Baal.
Did I ask by who he got blessed?
Is by God not a proper answer? Because that was your entire reliance on your entire previous argument.
Did I ask by who did he got blessed?
Can I have a second? Can I have a second to respond why my answer is as it is?
Oh, God. Yeah, you go ahead.
So, thank you, brother. So the whole point was, and this is why I think there's an internal contradiction coming out again, right? Is that he said after he exerts his authoritarianism and dominates the whole world, and they can't exert their free will, then at that point in time, because he conquered, God blessed him. And he conquered, so God blessed. And so his answer, why was King David blessed? Because God blessed him the same way he's relying on God's authority to bless all of his things that violate free will and God's will by the same token. Go ahead.
So he blessed him by violating free will?
No. In your hypothetical, God would bless you for violating free will. What I'm saying is complete contradiction.
Are you saying King David is a hypothetical?
No, I'm saying your hypothetical of dominating. Oh my God, he can't even listen. Your hypothetical of dominating all the humanity and then afterwards God bless you is a hypothetical. King David is a factual historical example.
Yes, I know, and he was blessed, right?
It doesn't seem like you know.
So in the hypothetical that I presented at the beginning of the debate, it was a hypothetical to try to figure this in an easier way. But since you're unable to, since you still think that when I ask, well, how would you feel if you didn't have breakfast this morning? The answer is thirsty. I have to go through other examples so that you may have the brain capacity to understand what I'm saying. So when I'm talking about the King David, which is a historical example in which he was blessed, and I ask you, how was he blessed? You're still telling me that he was blessed by God, but you're not telling me how he was blessed.
Can I respond to some of the ad homs that were thrown out there? So first of all, that he was nobody ever asked me what I had for breakfast, and nobody ever responded thirsty. That's just insane. And that was the first hypothetical he threw out here, which is just straight lies. You can't just bring up lies in the freaking last 2 minutes of it, man.
Oh, you mean like not understanding what I said the first 10 hours of this debate?
I'll stop the clock here. So we do have 2 minutes left. Do we want to add more time to the clock?
Hell no. Let's just go.
Yes, please. Add 30 minutes. I love it. I love it here. I want another hour of this. So I can.
I'm ready.
So maybe,
I'm ready to go closing.
So maybe we can go somewhere.
I've already won. It's just getting exhausting.
Oh, Loodle. Okay, we'll run out are you want to run, Loodle? Don't run, bro.
No.
Let's get it, bro.
Okay. Dude, I have a wife and children I need to attend to. I've already gone over the time I promised my wife I'd be at, so I'm already violating my promise to my wife.
Oh,
if you have a problem with that, then whatever.
Oh.
I don't care if you're sorry or not. I love you, brother, anyways. As a child of God who has free will, I love you anyways. But I have my duties to attend to. So let's go.
You don't love me. I want to be king, and you're pretending that my will and my free will is not
says
cool.
You should not do so.
Where does it say that I shouldn't be king? Where's the commandment?
Because you're exercising your free will, and I have mine to rebut that. Like, do you understand anything about free will? Anything about what God gave every human free will?
You are not. Listen, this is the problem you're having. You are not going to my free will and making my free will come true. You are being an op, okay? You are going against the will of God that wills me to become
Because you have
king.
just assumed that your free will is because you've made the logical leap there, which is fallacious, that God wills you to be a king.
He didn't. He gave me the free will so that
You just said that out loud.
I will to become king. Is there
God
a contradiction?
Has other opinions.
Oh, so you're gonna tell me what is the opinion of God?
Oh, you just told me what it was.
Oh, you're gonna tell me what is your opinion? No, I'm telling you what is my opinion. My opinion, my will is that I want to become king. I want it, not God. I want it. You are going to tell me what God wants. I see.
Finishing in the last 15 seconds.
Very authoritarian of you.
My statement is that God doesn't give a fuck what he thinks. God's gonna fuck what I think. God gave us from the beginning free. You gave me this 15 seconds. Shut up and shut down. God gave us all the ability to have free will. Oh my God. No, God doesn't care about your will or my will. God gives us all free will. So if you come to my door, can we put more time on the clock so we can talk? I was gracious to let him not. I didn't laugh over him.
Do we want more time or do we want to move to closing?
I want 15 seconds to respond because he was laughing over me.
No, give us 15 minutes.
I'll add 20 seconds for response, and then we're going to move into closing. Emmett,
can we stop him from laughing during that? And he can laugh all over me during his closing, but not over mine.
Emmett, please respect the 20-second timer.
The whole point is that God gave each of us free will, which God gave you the ability to become a dictator and try to come to my front door. And God gave me and my neighbors the ability to rise up against you and fight you. So if you come to my front door as a dictator and I stab you in the heart with a sword, that was my exercising of the free will God gave all of us. God gave you no permission or no right to exercise your authority.
All right, there we go. Right. We're going to move on to closing. We're going to go into 4-minute closing here. I'm going to put the time on the clock.
Oh, no. Someone please use their authority to stop me from laughing. No.
All right, so we're going to move into closing. I believe Emmett started, so Lord, you'll start the closing, and Emmett will close final.
Yeah.
Then we'll go into the final Q&A. Be sure to get those questions in. You can go down and hit the pinned Q&A at the bottom to get those in. Again, thank you two for coming out to debate and
This
allowing
was
me to
fun.
moderate.
This was fun.
So,
Anything.
yeah, I'm glad I had the opportunity. You two were both a great opportunity to hang out, both of you beforehand too. So
we're great opportunists, we can say the least.
Right. Yeah. So going in, I will start on your go.
All right. The basic fundamental thing with everybody who's listening needs to understand is that there is a divine respect for free will. God created us in his image and likeness. So the first external critique my opponent failed on is that he says that he can exert his authority and then somehow countermand or circumscribe or entail himself God's free will. And he's using David, he's using biblical examples. Okay, I heard laughing, man. Come on. I'm not gonna laugh for you. I'm gonna mute myself, man.
He's muted. He's muted. He couldn't.
Okay.
He's been muted the whole time.
Sorry, my bad. Okay, sorry. But the theological point is God cannot eliminate free will based upon the basic premise of creation. God gave us free will to choose good or bad, to choose him or choose Satan, to choose light or choose dark. The fundamental premise he fails on is that somehow you can use your will to subjugate other humans and then God will bless it on the back end. Again, post hoc ergo propter hoc fallacy from the get-go. The next thing is that when you talk about the domination of human will, that was Satan's argument. Satan went to God and said that, God, why you make these humans, I mean, I'm paraphrasing, obviously, with free will, what they will choose not to serve you. And my proof of that is Genesis, the whole book, right? You have Adam and Eve, you have Sodom and Gomorrah, you have Lot and his wife, you have Noah and his children, and Noah and his daughters, Noah and his sons, right? Like everybody who even is chosen by God can still choose to do evil. Why? Free will. Because God is not an authoritarian, and God would not ever give a human being the right to be an authoritarian. So if I want people to rewind if they're confused about this, and there's not going to be a vote on this debate, this goes to your hearts and your consciences. There's no winner or loser here except your own souls and your own consciences. The point here is that God has made us all free beings to choose evil or good. God wants us to choose good, but he's not forcing us to. He is not an authoritarian. The same way that if an authoritarian were to rise up without our consent, we have the absolute fundamental natural right to refuse that and to fight back. And there's no way you should let this guy come through and say that, oh, if I run these people over, violate the law of consent, which he can't even define, by the way, then
can't either.
Post hoc ergo propter hoc, it's blessed because David was blessed. And I just want people to think too, like every time I've made a valid argument, he shifts the boundaries. He goes back to something else. He goes to like, oh, well, what about this? Well, what about that? It's the most shifting goalpost lefty thing. And so here's the whole thing.
I'm not shifting anything.
I wasn't going to say this, but I think this guy might be like a covert communist and actually fighting against the cause. Could be. I don't know. You make your own decisions. But the point is that people have free will. You have your free will. I have my free will. If this guy wants to run his freaking authoritarian ambit across the country, then the people get to stand up. And the thing we never got to talk about because you can't defend it is the principle of anarchism. The principle of anarchism is the most demutated portion of federalism, which is me, my family, my parish church, and my municipality against the world. The federal government has overrun that. It's problematic. We should stop it. People should have more authority in their households. People should have more authorities in their community. And the federal government should stay the F out. And that's why anarchism, under any way you want to put it, is superior to authoritarianism. Authoritarianism means Donald Trump can come and grab your son and take him to freaking Iran. Authoritarianism means that anybody can make your son give his sweet to the State Commerce Act. And it's problematic. We never even got there because we were talking about stupid King David blessed me stuff.
All right. There's your closing.
You're welcome.
We're going to move it on over to Emmett. Emmett, I'm going to throw 4 minutes on the clock, and I will start once I hear you go.
So I guess I have to start with my closing statement as comrades. Apparently, I'm some kind of commie fucker, which, by the way, I hate all commies. Not only I hate them, they're fucking retarded, and they follow more of an anarchist principle. In fact, the whole point of them, what they want at the end of the day, is a classless okay? A moneyless society. No hierarchy. Oh, what does that sound like? Anarchism. Oh, interesting. He tries to present this idea of it's gonna be my municipality, it's gonna be my little place, my tiny itty bitty little place that doesn't have anything wrong, except for the fact that you are under a system in which the system will use its authority against you, and the authority has been set by God. We have examples of it, especially in the Bible. What did he have to say about about King David? How was King David blessed? By God. Oh, I guess I did. I guess I answered that question correctly in accordance to the principles of English that he is a professor on. A Mexican is quite literally telling how the fuck an English professor has to answer a question in accordance to, the difference between how and who. But you know what? I'm just a guy. I'm just a itty bitty little guy anyway. When it comes, let's go back to the whole principle of this debate. In his idea, free will is important. God's not going to force you to do anything, but you can, in fact, do whatever you want. You can sin. You can go against his will. So even in his idea, if I were to decide that I want to become king, and I convince a bunch of people, and I go on and impose my will and authority on whoever I want, and God sees that to be fit to his will and bless it, what are we be doing wrong? Oh, I still don't know. You know why? Because he can't tell you. He can actually tell you upon his own system. I can tell you upon my system. I can tell you what could be wrong. I can tell you how some of the ideas might be wrong. Okay, they are actual things that you're supposed to follow in accordance to Christianity. Even if it was the case, but I believe we're going to end up in some kind of monarchy because I think that is a preferred system of government by God himself. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna go ahead and just become, over my own will, a revolutionary. That's not the idea. It's just a critique on his system. I still don't know on his system. I still don't know what it would be wrong for me to just do that. I don't know. He didn't tell me. He's never gonna tell me. Okay? Probably because the wife has a little bit of authority over him and is telling his little spanky ass to come on to bed, little spanker. Okay? I got the authority over you, so you better come to bed. I'm gonna use my free will of that woman to get you there. So, at the end of the day, this whole debate evolves into the simple thing. They can't tell you, anarchists will never tell you what is the good. They cannot define it. They will never define it. They will go on and tell you about some kind of free will, as if you ought to do whatever you want. You don't ought to do whatever you want. In fact, you ought to be Christian, for example. That's an ought. You ought to follow the will of God. That is an ought. Those kind of things doesn't come from, well, today I feel like the wind is blowing east, so I'm gonna put myself something and that's gonna be the good. That's not how it goes. That's not where you got the odds. That's not where you got what you have to do and what you ought to do. The only thing that I will grant him is that he has a wife and the wife is telling him what he ought to do, which is probably get him another baby, which congratulations to him because he has 6 kids, so good on him for doing the job. So if that is the case with that, thank you so much to you, Avaris, for the debate.
6-7 now, I guess.
Go. All right. So I'm gonna utilize this time, and I'm gonna take the opportunity to learn from a friend that is a great moderator, and provide you each with a question that I have accumulated with my own free will in mind here before moving on to the question.
But wait, he said
how
it, so
authoritarian
will,
of
right?
you, Avaris. How authoritarian.
Yeah, right? So I'll give my first question, and I'll direct it towards Emmett. Before we move in, is when you have one extreme, there's always another. And under authoritarianism, there's always an extreme that will lead you to an excessive end of where morality could be at its worst with no recovery. We even with a system with anarchy, even can have a system where that could be actually countered. Because there is free will, they'll have the ability to rise up, even if somebody was against the system. But in anarchy or in authoritarianism, you could build a system with so much authority that there is no recovery. How do you recover from that?
What do you mean by
Like, how do you,
there's no
so like,
there's
like
no
if the
recovery?
system, the authority, like, so that you built the line of genetics, kings, that it's along the lines that they've moved the laws and systems so far back that there's no longer free will, it's just drones due to that authoritarian setup.
Like, in good faith, if it goes sideways, how do you make it go straight again?
Correct.
Oh, you're saying, well, there are if you go to historical examples of how monarchy works, what they did is, even the monarchical system, the families at the top are still have some sway in how the monarchy is presented and the way that they're moving towards getting the correct king in order. And a lot of the times we live in a system that is gonna be, at the end of the day, fallen. So we have to accept that there's gonna be fallen actions that will happen, and in some of those actions will be, for example, go against the authority of the king because he's not acting in accordance to his duty, and that's always something happens.
Sorry. I thought you were
How
done.
many
How many
world
world
wars?
wars did that give us? How many world wars did the failed monarchist system give us? 2.
2?
You think there are more than 2?
Thank you, Emmett. I'll move on to my next
Wait,
question.
Are there 3?
2?
Okay.
Wait, I
There
maybe
were
the
2
first
world wars.
one. Maybe the first
And the
one can
second
be.
one?
Are you telling me that
So
the
Treaty of
fascistic
Versailles
system
and the
was
fact-
monarchical?
Oh my, that's a different debate. We can do that one next week.
The fascistic system was monarchical?
No, I think the monarchs of Europe overrode. Never mind. It's next week. Next week we'll debate that.
What was the first thing that
Yeah,
the
Emmett,
fascistic people passed?
I mean, we're gonna move,
Especially
we're gonna
Mussolini.
Move
What
forward.
was the first thing he passed as of law? Do you know?
What you want to do, and look how it turned out for him.
The first
Emmett,
thing
we're
he
gonna move
passed.
on to the
Before we
second
move on,
question here.
Avarice, I just want him to know the first thing he passed,
Sorry,
Mussolini,
I
was
know,
the
I know.
vote,
I was
was
poking the bear,
woman
I'm
to
sorry.
vote. Okay, so fuck you with the idea that it was the fascistic system is supposed to be monarchical. Thank you.
That makes no sense.
Oh,
I'm
you don't know anything about history. I know.
I'm gonna move on to my second question here, and this will be directed at Lodel before I go
For
to the next
moi,
question.
for little old me.
Yep. How could we say that anarchy has a better system of morality when most of the framework for modernity in anarchy is set off the 1971 anarchist cookbook, which heavily directs people towards terrorism?
And because that's a great question, and because I never actually got to be asked what my system of anarchy was or what I meant by it, I'm very I get to answer it now. I thank the questioner for the opportunity. I just want to thank Jesus and God. No, but I want to thank to actually be able to answer the question I was supposed to be answering this whole debate, which is because that's anarcho-fascism. That's anarcho-corporatism. That's not my system of anarchism. My system of anarchism relies upon, as I said multiple times, it's a system of federalism that devolves to the lowest common denominator. My idea of anarchy is you and your family have a say in what happens to you. And then you and your parish priest have a say in what happens to the parish. And then you and your parish priest and the municipality that constrains the parish priest have a say in what happens to it. And so if Donald Trump comes out and says, we're taking all your young men to go to Iraq, that's an authoritarian move. And anarchism would rebut that fundamentally, saying, no, if the family doesn't want their sons to go, they can't have to go. If the parish doesn't want their young men to have to go, they don't have to go. If the municipality says on the basis of the informed consent of the governed, don't forget that consent word, then they don't have to go. That's my definition of anarchy.
Thank
you. I think it flows.
All right, we'll move into the questions. The first one is from Speakeasy. Why are you gay? I think that was me, and I think that was towards Kieran.
No, that was against
Kieran,
Ludo.
why are you gay? Oh, okay.
No.
Next one.
No,
I'm the
not in this debate, but also
all right, here we go. Under anarchy,
you're on the race now for the gayest YouTuber. It's like, hand in hand. Kieran's still on top, though.
I think Destiny wins, by the way. But sorry, go ahead.
No, Kieran's still winning.
Under anarchy, in which there is no recognized centralized authority possessing the legitimate power to rule or enforce a binding legal order over society, how would you deal with murder?
No, that's a good question. I think the issue, I was hoping we get there, but again, we never got there, right?
Mhm.
That's an issue of law. But this was specifically focused to morality. So I'm going to say, first of all, is like there could be possibly a moral way to get there, right? But the whole idea about anarchy is that the society itself, again, the family, the parish, and the municipality, right, can function on their own without a state sovereign coming in and using authoritarian tactics to dictate what that is. So, I mean, whether it's woodshedding, wood chippering, whatever you want for a murderer, after a public trial under the people who are actually in the community, like an actual jury of actual peers, they could actually exact like proper capital punishment.
Let me translate that from.
Does that wait? Does that answer? Before you
Yeah.
translate, let me ask if that actually answers it.
That's fine. That's a good answer.
Right, go ahead, Emmett.
Sufficient for me. I'm just before we move into the thing
No,
here, though,
I want to
hey, go ahead.
translate. Let me translate
Go
the
ahead.
lawyer jargon, okay? He's gonna
Let me
look at you
translate
in a
back
very
after you.
stern way and tell you, murder is bad, okay? I don't want anybody to come here and take you to jail because that would be authoritarian, but murder is bad. You're a bad boy, okay? Explain that for you.
Did I say that?
Yes.
All right, let's take this opportunity. There's a lot of questions over here. But, I know that my chat is one-sided for this, so if you have any questions for Emmett, please go ahead and come
Wait,
over
your
to
chat
my.
was on my side? Son of a bitch.
No, I'm saying the questions are. Sorry, the questions for Lodal. Sorry.
I'm joking.
If you have any questions directed towards Emmett, please come over to my side of the chat. Drop in the question, and then
I know I'm cooked. I'm
moving
just
on.
being humorous. That's fine.
Second or third question for Loodle. One more
Yeah.
time, Steelman Emmett's definition of authoritarianism.
Okay. So Emmett's definition of authoritarianism is that Emmett, by the grace of God, not yet by the grace of God, Emmett has the ability to run the muck over everybody else in society, and after he kills them all, then because he got to kill them all because of force doctrine, without saying force doctrine, gets the David blessing, and now it's good. Because he willed it.
I'm really happy that you told me you listened to me, because that's not what I said when I gave my definition.
Which time?
The two times I gave my definition, it was
like 6-7 times.
So the next question comes in is here. I got banners now. Look at this. How could a Christian anarchism exist in a fallen world?
Because God gave us free will, so we can choose him or not choose him. Like how? Okay, let's go back to.
Now we're gonna do the good
time.
because we can't choose him or not choose him.
That was not any part of the question. Can we go back to the question?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so God found Abraham, and he said before even the sacrifice on the Mount of Moriah, God told Abraham, abandon your family and go to a place you've never been to before. And when you get there, you'll see somebody you've never known before and you've never known before. And he went there and he found, who did he find? He found the high priest, Melchizedek. And so there were lines leading to that. So how could a Christian ethic exist without a previously existing Christian society? By the way that God lays out in the Bible.
You mean
you have to prepare avarice when you use a name like Melchizedek. All right, I'm just saying. Saying.
You're telling me that he was told to go to an authority and prostrate himself by the priest of Melchizedek, right?
No, I never said that.
No. So there's no authority in Melchizedek?
No, you're. Oh my God, this has been what's going on all night.
No,
sorry.
I said.
There's a lot of authority.
Abraham.
There's a lot of authority in Melchizedek. All right,
leave your home and go to this other place where you're gonna be under the authority of Melchizedek.
Under God's authority, and God gave
no.
everybody free will.
There's no authority.
Let's move on to question. Let's move on to question 3. I'm sorry.
You bit the internal contract for the 9th time, man.
I'm sorry. That was the. Sorry, the name threw me off. I apologize there. Let's move to, does God say there's a hierarchy?
For me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
I
and then
answered that earlier.
if yes, anarchism doesn't fit.
No, it does fit.
Can you explain?
Yes, I can, because every hierarchy should be a just hierarchy. And the mechanism that God gave us as humans to sort out what is a just hierarchy is for us to exert our free will against what is an unjust hierarchy. And so it creates a system every time where there's a hierarchy that people don't like the Americans going against the British, like the Civil War. There's an unjust hierarchy that people being abused by. And God gave every human free will to rebel against an unjust okay, I believe in natural rights 100%. I believe also governments that are authoritarian can abuse natural rights. That does not mean they do not exist. They exist and they're abused at the same time. My opponent can't say that. I think that answers the question. If it doesn't, I'll keep going.
Can I ask you two questions?
right,
Are they objective, real quick? Are they objective, these natural rights?
Yes, everything that.
Can you show me
everybody's
the
human
object
in
of this natural right?
You're using an equivocation. Object and objective are different words. Jesus Christ.
Can you tell me where you
Object
can
and
taste
objective.
it, smell it, touch it? No.
Objective
Okay.
means it exists independently
let's
of
not-
any
let's
human
not-
observation.
all right,
You're
we're having a
so
debate.
dumb.
We're not having a trigger moment. Let's move on
Can
to the
you
next
show
one.
me? Can you show me
Yeah,
in this?
The point is
Can
you don't
show
have
me
to show
in
you
this
because they
miniature
exist.
where their natural
They
right
exi- oh my
touch
God.
you?
Okay. Objectively means they exist independently of whether or not you can touch, tell, Steve. They exist independently. You don't even know what objective means. Jesus.
All right, the
Where
next
are
question
they?
is directed. The next question is directed at Emmett. Does Emmett believe in marital grape? Is it real?
So I will give a caveat to these people because most of the time when they ask this kind of question, they're kind of dumb and they don't understand. No, I don't believe marital grape is a thing. It doesn't mean that there is not abuse in marriage. What it means is that the act of sexual interaction within marriage is perfectly understandable. The problem, if there is any kind of abuse, will be the abuse.
So inconsistent.
Okay, and we're going into this question.
Okay.
If God values free will because he gave it to you, why would you think what you value outweighs what God values by infringing on others' free will?
I think that's for me. If God values free will because he gave it to you, why would you think that you value outweighs what God values by infringing on others' free will?
That's a good question.
I don't necessarily think God values free will. I think what he values is obedience and acceptance and the fact that you are, by your own free will, believing in Jesus Christ, your Lord, and doing what Christians ought to do. That is his value. Otherwise, whatever you do would be valuable to him and he would put you in heaven. And he will not have the idea of you have to act in accordance to his will.
Go ahead, Loodle.
So, eternal critique, again, he either agrees with Satan or disagrees with God or is a Muslim. Game over, set match.
I have the next question is actually
You're
one
a
I'm
Muslim.
actually
No, you are the Muslim. You fucking Sandy.
No, I'm saying
I'm saying fucking Sandy in your mouth. You fucking Muslim. Okay, you fucking goat fucker. You know what? I'm not entirely sure.
I didn't say you're an Arab. I'm saying you're
no. I'm not an Arab, and I'm not a goat fucker, and I'm not an Islamist. So I don't know what the fuck you're saying. But
all right, boys,
let's
move on to question 3.
You wanna go? You wanna go into these? We're gonna go into these.
Let's move on to questions. Let's move on to the next question.
Muslims believe that Allah is free will.
All right, let's move
that
on to the
Allah
next
is
question.
pure will.
All right, let's go, boys. Let's move into the next question.
He just said a Muslim
It's
thing.
fine. We're gonna. Let's move into the next question. Let's move into the next question, boys.
Can't even say it right.
Yeah,
inshallah. Let's move in. Don't make me hit the off button on both of you. Next question. All right. Next question. You're both men, individually with superior intellect in today's age. Which system would you want your daughters to live in? Emmett.
Oh, I would absolutely love my daughter to live in an authoritarian monarchy system. That's where I would love her to live. Especially
is in the chat for the first time.
especially when it comes to the church being part of it, so that she can have the church as part of her life.
All right, and that question goes for you, Loodles.
As a father of actual daughters, I would love for me to be able to defend my daughter against somebody like him who said he would rape and pillage and come through my house. And as long as I couldn't defend it, which I would, then it would be blessed upon him by the same way that David was blessed. So that's kind of fucked up on the get-go. But like I think that every family should be able to defend their siblings and their daughters against anything that goes against it, right? And but the thing is, he already admitted like 5 times that his system allows him to run rampant over anybody else, which includes me and my daughters. So I think my system's better on the get-go.
I'm using your system.
If
Your system,
rulers are fallen, if rulers are fallen too, who restrains the ruler?
Allah.
Yeah, he says that as if it was some kind of joke, but the actual way to say it is absolutely it's going to be God, and God is the one that restrains the rulers.
Allah's not God, so FAFO.
What do you think Allah means?
We're not going to do a whole linguistic class right now. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I thought you knew English. I'm gonna start speaking to you in Spanish because apparently English is just not your forte.
Do trans women have free will to be in the WNBA?
That's for me, I guess, right?
I believe so.
So I think the whole thing that's what I'm going for is right. There are, again, municipalities, localities, states, federal government, right? There are state and federal governing authorities for these organizations, right? So if the entirety in my anarchist system, which admittedly is not perfect, and we never got there, we never talked about my system, the whole debate.
Under that same line of questioning, where do all the gingers end up?
In jars.
Same thing.
They actually go. They
on,
actually
on
go
the,
to
on the island.
I know exactly where they go. Okay,
right.
there is a little place near Poland.
Yeah. Well, no. They go to Brian Shapiro. They go to Brian Shapiro's chat room.
No, they go to. There was this little. This was this little place in Poland. Okay, and we all know that they had football court and they had pools and it was great. Okay, you go in by train. We all know where we're talking about.
I don't know.
The Germans were really good cooks in that place. You're saying
our boys. The next 2 questions are directed at Emmet. Emmet, can you steelman Loodle's actual argument?
Yes, his argument is that for some reason federalism, you have your municipality and you have your little place and it goes forward in this kind of hierarchy. For some reason that is supposed to be anarchical. He also believes that God gives you free will, and imposing upon others free will is like going against the will of God. But if you have free will and my free will says that I want to impose on other people free will, doesn't tell me why that's wrong. So his system is just literally a contradiction. It's like, I am against any kind of hierarchy. Also, here is the hierarchy I am proposing. And also, you cannot use your free will to impose on my free will, but I'm not going to tell you why that's wrong.
Can we teach Emmett what a steelman means? Because that was the worst steelman ever, and he also argued his point.
All right, would you like to go ahead and steelman your own argument now, Loodle?
Yes, and I'll use his framework for it. Is that God created man in his own image and likeness. And when God did that, God imposed free will. And when God did that, God lets humans consent, because consent, which he could never define, is part of free will. And so God lets them choose their free will for good or for evil. Every human can do that. And if Emmett wants to run rampant over the land, that's his free will to do so. So he can do that. But it's up to every other person to stand up for him, to stand up to him, or not to stand up to him. And that's what my position is that God gives us free will. Emmett's position takes that away by his will, not God's will. That's the issue.
All right, Emmett, next question. Within your authoritarian view, what happens when your rule goes against God's will? What checks and balances exist to hold the ruler accountable?
Obviously not the courts.
This is very simple. It doesn't know. This is very simple. This is stated by the two-headed eagle. You have the church and you have the state, and then they're synergistic, and one is informing the other on the morals and how they ought act. And this has been the when it comes to holding up a society that is cohesive, that has been the best way that we have done it.
The next question comes to Emmett again. Why would he give you free will if he didn't value it? Does God do things he doesn't value?
Mic drop.
The fact that he's giving you free will so that you can get the you don't get to have any kind of justification if you don't have free will. That doesn't mean
You're avoiding the question. You're avoiding the question.
I'm not avoiding the question.
Read the question. Answer the question, man. It's a good question.
I was trying, but since you know the answer, why
don't
you do
it?
it? How about you fucking answer then? You fucking dumb. How? Let's go. Answer the question. Go.
I can't answer.
You interrupted me, so go on.
Because you went off the question like you've done.
Oh, listen. I'm listening to the answer.
Why would God give you free will if he does not value it? Does God do things he doesn't value? Answer the actual question. The people
can you go ahead and answer the question?
They paid for you to answer it, so why don't you?
Oh, you don't answer the question, then you just interrupt without knowing anything.
To be fair, the question's for free, but yeah.
Okay, so and let me answer that real quickly.
Please, God.
If I could, mute yourself. Thank you. Can I see the question again, Alvarez, please? What would you give free will if he didn't value it? Does God do things he doesn't value? He doesn't necessarily value your free will. What he's valuing is you. You as a person, he wants you to be part of the flock and be able to live as in accordance to a son. You cannot be a son if you don't have free will. So in part, what he's doing is he's setting up the system so that you can have in your free will the justification. Otherwise, you would be a beast. You wouldn't have the capacity to actually partake within his energies as being a being different from him.
Lotto, response?
Again, that's an internal contradiction of like the 90th time. Is that so? If God made you with free will, God values it. God does not make anything he does not value. He can use it in his own way.
Let him respond, Emmett.
God can use it in his own way, but God made you and me with our own free will. So God values it because he made it in you. God did not make anything he does not value. Like, it's, again, internal contradiction.
Did value created men that went to hell?
Yes, because God values free will. Win again.
I guess he volumed them so much that he just threw them in hell because that's the way that he wanted it to happen, because that's a contradiction.
Because free will.
He created something that he didn't value, I guess. Oh my God.
No, he values free will. Are you listening? If God values free will, he
did they use the free will to go to hell? Did they use the free will to go to hell?
Who?
The men that went to hell, did they use the free will to go to hell?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. That's it.
What? You just made my argument for me. What are you talking about?
Mic drop. Boom.
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
We'll move on to the next question.
Yeah, please,
the next one is for Emmett. Does an authoritarian system have more than one person who has the ability to make laws, or does it only have a single person at the top who has absolute power?
So this is a very interesting question because it doesn't. Authoritarian just means that you are under an authority. So when I give my actual definition of what authority is a system in which people will use some kind of force to impose some kind of value over you. They can.
That's why I asked him 3 hours ago, and he finally gives it. Jesus fucking Christ.
That is the definition I gave like 5 times. So and then I gave the example, okay, in which right now we are under an authoritarian system because they use the authority to impose the laws on you. He just didn't. Let's give him. Okay, let me be honest. Okay, I agree that he did. Yeah,
I've been honest this
I
whole day.
understand. I should have spoken slower for him because apparently normal speak is a little bit complicated for his brain. He's still on jet lag, okay? My bad. I should have known. But the point is that I gave the same definition like several times. So authoritarian systems, that is you're under the authority. If you're talking about mine, it's a little bit complicated because the laws are directly set by, it would be set by the emperor or the king, but he's not acting alone. He has a court, he has different people who are there to help him and who will be in the process of making said laws as well.
Like the two people who are still listening can like rewind.
I mean, you have two people. I have more than two. I have a good amount.
That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is that anybody who gives a shit can rewind and see that's his now sixth definition of what authoritarianism is. It's been different every time.
All right, we'll move into the next question. The next question is, how about them Lakers? Yep. And moving into the third question after that one.
Jabroni.
Is at Lodel, were the French people better off under the monarchy or the anarchists who overthrew the monarchs?
I don't think they were anarchists. They were revolutionaries. There's a difference, right? Again, if we go to my definition of anarchy, right? That was a like fascistic anarchist overthrow of the government. So, I mean, they were better off under the monarchs, yes. But that's doesn't defeat my definition of anarchy.
Did you know who were the head of the assembly? What was his name?
Can I just finish my answer?
Did you know who were the head of the assembly?
Lodel, go ahead and finish.
Yeah. So my whole point is that was not anarchy. That was a revolutionary action against the monarchs, right? And the whole point was that they got so pissed off they revolted against them. And so what happened after that also, is somebody vacuuming? Somebody's vacuuming.
Oh, my bad. That's,
sorry, I heard it. No, you're fine. I'm sorry.
Wife's cooking. That was my fault.
No, you're good. You're good. My bad. So the about the French monarchy is like, were they better off under it or after it? They were better off under it, but they didn't know that until they responded, right? And that was their free will to do so. Like they responded how they can. And the whole point, again, the framing of the debate was not what is the best outcome. We're not talking about a utilitarian principle, which my partner keeps going back to. We're saying what ought a people do? Ought a people respond to authoritarianism with a just response? Yes, it went sideways. And then Napoleon, and then the next thing.
Can you please tell me who was the first person at the head of the assembly?
I can chat GPT because I just saw you doing it. I don't know. Robespierre, right? Robespierre.
All right, well, that question concludes all the questions on the list.
What was it? Robespierre? It's Robespierre, right? It's Robespierre who was the first.
It is Robespierre, but you don't even know.
I know. So I
You're
fucking answered the question.
I hate you. You're so dumb.
This concludes.
Fucking lawyers.
On our average show,
there's
I want to thank
worse
both
than a lawyer
debaters
losing.
for coming out.
Other than a fucking furry panda guy. I love you, brother.
I want to thank both debaters.
They are
for coming
cat
out.
ears.
This
is the
go
pussy
ahead
throne.
And find Emmett at Count
get you some
Emmett
pussy,
YouTube
then.
and Loodles at Loodle Miss on YouTube.
When you have 6-7 kids, talk to me about that.
Sure.
So go ahead, and if you are, I want to thank Maine First, and we're gonna run some reels to get out there. You want to learn to debate? Go ahead and go out to Verbal Combat on Friday.
Talk, right? I love you, brother.
And
I hope
there's a bunch of places out there, so I'm gonna run the reels, run it out, then we'll run the outro.
Wow,
everybody, thank you for coming out. Thank you so much.
The farming tree. Traditional values keep us free, but open borders and the resettlement flood bring foreign ways.
I don't have the mental capacity to have another conversation like this.
Sanctuary cities welfare for the rest. While Mainers struggle, they put foreigners first. Main first, stand and defend. Put Mainers first till the very end. No more invasion of values that clash. Merit-based borders protect our land and cash. Parents take the schools, patriots rise high. Fact check the lies under Maine's clear sky. Main first, Project Org, join the fight today. Restore the way life should be. The Main first way.
I just tell him without doing the top and just have my life now. I just tell him too late. I don't even know if you go without the beginning.
Alright guys, what's up? It's your boy Josh. This is Adventures.
Cameras rolling.
Let's go to the video. Yo, what's up, YouTube?
I love you, brother.
Live.
Don't talk to me ever again.
Jungle neon lights glowing. Backpack on, dog by my side. We're rolling from rooftops to protest. Road trips far and wide. Real life stories.
Same definition 3 times. You will never define it.
I gotta get this
in the morning. Truth keeping me right. Overcoming obstacles one day at a time. Urban explorer.
Oh, I'm so hot.
Let's go. The Street Fighter. Oh shit, I'm about to ton these. What?
You can't say the N-word,
Oh,
it's
shit.
TOS.
Oh shit, I can't say it on YouTube? Oh damn, alright.
Let's go. The feature starts now. Turn it up. Let's roll.
One time at band camp,
I suck Trump's dick.
I'm sorry, I just can't. I wanna talk. I wanna talk to you. Oh my god. Every single time I started talking, he needed to talk. I stay quiet, he stays quiet. Oh, you just piss me off. I'm still laughing because it's so dumb. I gotta say thank you very much to K2 Keep On Trucking for the insanely huge 5. Shalom, shalom to you. I did add the Blue Jay joke at the end, by the way. Thank you so much to the insanely huge enormous $10 super chat by Navy Bree. For the girls get it done. W for authoritarianism. Big W. That was bad. It wasn't that bad. Shut the fuck up. Just put a dick in your mouth. Oh my god. That guy needs a fucking sweater.
I'll get left in the comments tonight. Receipts loaded. Logic locked. Let's go.
I just want to blow all the Crucible fans.
Yeah. Yeah, you look like a bum today.
Somebody's funeral is going to happen today. Somebody's funeral.
You look like your economic system.
What? What? Are you fucking kidding me? That's your argument!
Imagine that the person has.
Your argument is whatever the guy wants to give!
Yes!
Orthodoxy? This, is the prop you're bringing to.
Red and blue are the same thing because I say so. When you ask me what is red and blue, I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Know what it is. So that we can, you know, so that she will go through the YouTube system to copyright strike me. because I know that once I've done this, once I've done this, there's no turning back.
What does that sound like?
Logic under pressure.
Oh, I need to know, man. Put swords head in bed.
Chaos panels get brave. Swords of reason flame. Truth don't behave. Logic meets pressure. Every word's a blade. Chaos and chill after the blood sport raid. Live in the bear cave.
I'm just waiting for the after panel.
Religion, science, society, we debate all night. No scripts, no swords.
Put swords in bed.
Opponents walk prepared. Rob walks in blind right. Open panels, call in. Chat runs the fight. Community matchups. Every Friday's the night. Mind tools, web structure.
On the day, when my daughter's waiting.
Welcome to the Speakeasy Show. Bear in the cave where reason swings swords and the weak get saved. Purple combat chaos panels get brave. Swords of reason flame. Truth don't behave. Logic leads pressure. Every word's a blade. Chaos and chill after the blood sport raid. Live in the bear cave. Super chats decide. Step in or get talked over. Nowhere to hide. No scripted narratives. No safe spaces. No echo chambers. Just the arena. Just the truth under fire. Just speak easy. Welcome to the Speakeasy Show. Bear cave open. Combat starts now. Let's go.
God damn it, Josh. This is what's my show. Because it is my show.
If this was your show,
It is too long.
like it more. But maybe that's just because it was your show, but it's not your show. It's the average show.
Oh, he left. Oh no, he left.
It's not the right
Oh no.
This is my favorite show because it is my show. If this was your show, you'd probably like it
Oh
more.
no.
But maybe that's just because it was your show, but it's not your show.
It's the average show. Okay, I'm gonna. That's it. That's it. I guess. I think. Thank you, Avarice, for the
Hey, buddy.
for the debate.
Yeah, I did my best.
You did great. I'm sorry. That guy will not shut up the moment I start talking.
Are you still live?
I'm still live. I'm still live.
Oh, okay. Okay, just I gotta make sure, you know.
I wanted to have the conversation in the back room. That's what I was waiting for. But he left just before in the last one. He left in the last one.
I even said it was the last one, but it's fine. So it is what it is. So
Okay, I'm gonna let you go. You probably have stuff to do. I have stuff to do, but yeah, take care. Have a good one.
Enjoy.
Oh no. Oh, I'm so annoyed. Oh. give him the definition twice, gave the definition, and then gave him a practical, an example of the definition. Fucker quite literally denies the definition. My definition of anarchy is a hierarchical system in which we have a municipality, state, nation. I blame you, Emmett, for imposing my free will and forcing me to hear that trash. Oh, that was funny to watch. How? Why? Why? Oh God, why? I'm like, dude, on your system, I'm just using my free will. That's wrong. That wouldn't happen under my system. What do you value? Free will. Oh. We'll talk. Please don't. Free will, Emmett, it's God given because free will. But can I use my free will to do anything I want? No. No. Why not? Because we will stop you. That's very authoritative of you. Why wouldn't you allow me to use my free will? I'm so happy that I finally got to use that argument. The argument of I just want to be king. I want to give it the benefit of the doubt. I don't know what it was, but I don't think it was exactly bad faith on his part. It may have been his presuppositions to Emmett position and beliefs. I don't know exactly. He literally, his cross-examination was so weird. He made logical gaps the size of continents. I'm like, what? Question, would it have been better to leverage Bible citation against his positions? No, because even when I go on and I mention King David, and I ask, how was he blessed? Because he was blessed as a king with authority, right? He was blessed to be a king and to have authority over the land and to, you know, beat his enemies. When I asked him how was he blessed, he said by God. It's like I'm an English professor at the university. You know the difference between how and who, sir? Get a stop talking. So mad. And he was expecting blessing to be a trap word. It wasn't. I don't that trap. I literally the worst part was the definition. I tell him your definition is circular. You're using the word in your definition. And then he tells me you can't use the word either, Dad. Emmett will never rule over me, but that's just the boss baby me. I don't wanna. I don't rule over people. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a ruler. How old is he to be a professor? I don't know. I don't know. But it doesn't matter because I ever since Cat has been a redhead, I am a holder of the soul. The only system that provides better morality is theocracy. That's just authoritarianism with extra cope. Well, still, Joe, if you're a Christian, you can't have theocracy. You can't have a ruling priest class. So it is what it is, but you cannot have it. Yeah, you know who else was a professor? I thought the Steelman once said he was. So take that for what it's worth. He was describing classical libertarianism and just calling it anarchy. There is you are anti-hierarchies. There's not supposed to be any hierarchy. No, the only hierarchy is the true good hierarchy. What? No. Hierarchies are. Enjoy my red hair until the 24th. Yeah, that point is over. Also, it's not like I have. I'm not gonna say that. He had a really cool suit, though. I hate his suit. Hey, are we not, man? Oh God, why? Why? I feel like, why me? This is a one time I want to be like, oh God, why me? Why does this have to happen to me? Are you still there? I'm still here. Shut up. Are you guys ready for this Friday? Jared is like, next till you know you die blue. Well, she did say she's a boss, babe. Who knew used car salesman moonlight as internet anarchist debater? Emmett, are you making fat slop again? I am. So, I just want everybody to know, okay? And I heard this in a dream. Charlie came to me on a dream and explained me how Obama, by proxy of the Egyptian government, would help with aliens fly a plane that let out a specific cargo on top of a Utah university so that Tyler Robinson could get up there and delete Charlie. Just saying. So next time somebody asks you, how did the rifle got up there? You know the answer. It was Obama. Everything is Obama's fault. And then Michelle Obama got it. Oh no. No, I'm not here. I'm literally not here. Not today. That's how I feel right now. Did you like that debate? Oh, $50 for the race card? That's a good bet. I think she will. I was listening to the rhetorical defective. How do you feel, Emmett? Okay, guys. Oh, I'm gonna go to bed. No, I'm not gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go work on stuff that I have pending. I gave you the blood. You gave me $12, $12 for the blood. Fine. I accept them. Was greatly appreciated. I know you are probably giving you harder cash to help the cause with Andrew, so that he can recoup the losses. Oh. Working for money sounds like authoritarianism. I know, right? I know. Let's finish this with the perfect song for this.
Baby, don't be absurd. Nationalism's not a bad word. Nationalism. Nationalism. Baby, don't be absurd. Nationalism's not a bad word. Nationalism. Nationalism. Well, I'm ready. Cashed in my tokens, I'm ready. No longer broken, I'm ready. Thank God I'm found and I'm ready. Trapped through the ceiling, I'm ready. Gonna bare my soul and I'm ready. Go toe to toe and I'm ready. Like a midnight show and I'm ready. Burn down the building, I'm done placating to the wisdomless. I got a deep dark shadow when my fingers itch. I'm gonna save this country, gonna save these kids. I'm gonna show these niggas what the white man is. I'm gonna save this country from the lying Jew. Gonna deport these Muslims and I'm coming for you. We'll scrap the whole damn thing and we'll try it again. And this time you're not allowed in. Baby, don't be absurd. Nationalism's not a bad word. Nationalism. Nationalism. Baby, don't be absurd. Nationalism's not a bad word. Nationalism. Nationalism.
Choose the choose, it's the choose, the choose, the choose, it's the choose, the choose, the choose, it's the choose, the choose, the choose, it's the choose. This Gestapo left is getting way too cozy. These media muggles getting way too nosy. Man says you owe me. If it wasn't for us, you'd be a cannibal. Me. Disrespect we deserve. Instead of giving these people something that they didn't earn. This immigrant showing up with a whole lot of nerve.
She was back home, babe, they would have beheaded her.
Baby, don't be absurd. Nationalism's not a bad word. Nationalism.
Nationalism. Baby, don't be absurd.
Nationalism's not a bad word. Nationalism. Nationalism. Thank you very much to Hidekachi for the Insanely Huge Enormous 7. Let's make this a nice number up there. And then we have another $1. Okay, we have a little bit for this. Where is it? What? What?
Like, if you're a broke boy, just say so.
Alright, there we go. But thank you very much for the one. And then we have Scott Hobbit with the Insanely Huge Enormous 5 says, Tyler Robinson attorney gave the judge a plea for mercy, admitting he's guilty. What will canons do now? Well, she said that she's not gonna be talking about it right now because, well, he doesn't want to talk about it. Let's do, since we're talking about, so hopefully I will get the debate I want soon. I have a debate coming. This is gonna be whether ought Christians be politically involved. That is the prompt. It's gonna be a very interesting topic, I hope. I wanna thank all of you for being here. That's been a really amazing. It's been really amazing. Thank you for your support. We got 50% of the way, which is better than a lot of people. So thank you so much for that. I will probably once I get paid, I will probably use that money to recoup some stuff, but it's gonna be great. It was fun having you all around. I will send you all to Cool Vic so that you can have a good time. I'm gonna end this stream by Cross Yourself, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it on the end screen. I mean, I have the whole discography now, so I can just search for it and play it, but I'll do other stuff. I am very humbled by all of you, and I'm very happy that you have allowed me to entertain you today. Thank you once again for everything, and I hope you enjoyed the debate. I thought it was a very fun debate, even though I don't never ever want to have the debate again in my life.
YouTube thumbnails full of smut. Some things you gotta just stay away from. Scroll while they try to hit the lust.
Happy poop.
Hit the lust button, make you do something dumb. How are you supposed to live chaste? Advertise execs hit you every which way. Turn you to a Kuma for the state. Better you should go blind than masturbate. Let me just speak it from the top. No sugarcoat, no whitewash. You're not meant to live like a dog. Looking for a stump to hump till the epilogue. Try to keep your mind on better things. They keep fashion images that got you panting. Don't give Lucifer another inch. Reaching for the images of his recruit's print. Cross yourself and say the Jesus prayer. Pray the Lord gives you strength not to go there. Their spells lose effect if you don't stare. Look away and save yourself from despair. Cross yourself and say the Jesus prayer. Pray the Lord gives you strength not to go there. Their spells lose effect if you don't stare.
Look away to save yourself from despair.
The world gets uglier every day. Uninspired buildings littering the landscape. There's no beauty in the modern age. Ugly is the spirit of the age. Ugly is the way that the people behave. Ugly the philosophies they claim. Ugly are the things that they do with their pain.
Ask yourself and say the Jesus prayer. Pray the Lord gives you strength not to go there. This puzzle's effective, you don't stare. Look away and save yourself from despair. Ask yourself and say the Jesus prayer. Pray the Lord gives you strength not to go there. This puzzle's effective, you don't stare. Look away and save yourself from despair. Whatever's going on, whenever it is wrong, whatever they're doing to you. Whatever's going on, whatever's going on. Whatever's going on, whenever it is wrong, whatever they're doing it to you. Whatever's going on, whatever's going on. Ask yourself and say the Jesus prayer. Pray the Lord gives you strength not to go there. This puzzle's effective, you don't stare. Look away and save yourself from despair. Ask yourself and say the Jesus prayer. Pray the Lord gives you strength not to go there. This puzzle's effective, you don't stare. Look away and save yourself from despair.